fucking shit. It's terrible to paint, but he needed it tomorrow, so I also did that.
That is now live and on record.
Shout out to my brother's friend who
Who
bought a
sucks
very
at
cheap
painting
3D printer.
Warhammer figures, apparently.
Who has a very cheap low-res 3D printer and made my brother a sea serpent, which was a nice gesture. But then when I was asked to paint it, I was like,
Oh no.
God fucking damn it. Because there's like the most obvious print lines in it. It looks like a hologram more than anything.
Oh yeah.
So bad. And like the last thing he said when I was at the birthday party, he was like, and if you need me to print some stuff for your Warhammer, I was like, I could do that. And I didn't have the heart to tell him, never happening. It would look so bad.
Yeah, I have a 3D printer like the one that prints in layers, which just doesn't really work for miniatures. You need different type.
Yeah, you need is that an FDM print? It's called something special. It's like super high resin, yeah.
Printer.
Is it the layer stuff not also resin? It's just a different technique.
It's like molten plastic, and resin is more like you have a liquid thing. I think FDM is just like the 3D printer you probably imagine.
Because I got the hookup with several 3D printers, and you basically can't tell.
Congratulations.
This one you can. It was god awful.
Well, in any case, welcome to Pokéyap. We are talking about every Pokemon ever again. We're still not done.
Once again. No.
We will
it's like the more people we're on these episodes, the less we cover. I think every time we've been 4, we've done 50 Pokemon in 3 hours.
That is why Sinris is dead.
That's why we've killed Sinris.
So
we need some kind of timer for this.
This is the 6th stream where we are now on Generation 4, and I apologize if I'm a bit of a party pooper on this one because I have never been the biggest Gen 4 fan, some of which has to do with the life and times of its own era, because I, as a 12-year-old who was regularly and actively engaged in the series, I was, not immune to peer pressure. By this point, Pokemon had never really been fully loved from my own generation, but by Gen 4, it's like, you had to really be ride or die with Pokemon. You had to actually appreciate this series in order to stick around with Diamond and Pearl. By that point, all the kids who, said they didn't like Pokemon but still had a copy of Fire Red or something, they were out of this, and they thought you were extremely uncool if you still liked Pokemon in 2007 or so. And, I still did like Pokemon, but I also did kind of feel like, oh, Pokemon's for kids now, and I'm not a kid. I'm 12 years old. I'm really grown up now, and I don't know if it's okay for me to like Pokemon at this age anymore. So there were some complicated feelings involved, but even now to this day, I still kind of look back at this generation I think there were some valid criticisms of this generation.
I was peak Pokemon age. I was 9 years old when these games released. So this is the first Pokemon game I played on release.
Right.
I think I got into
That's
it
how
in
old
1
I
or 2
was
years.
when Gen 1 came out. That's why I love Gen 1.
Okay, boomer. So I don't like these games. I tried replaying them, and just Gen 4 games are really bad. They are so grindy.
Which
but the
ones are
decks,
Gen
I
4?
Diamond, Pearl, Platinum.
Diamond and Pearl.
I don't think I ever
Silver
played
as well.
those, no.
Diamond and Pearl are probably just game-wise some of the worst Pokemon games. The remakes also don't really play well, but I do think the Dex has some absolute bangers.
Gen 4 is good aesthetically. They did do a lot of really cool things this generation, but I also agree that the games are kind of miserable to play. Those games have the worst menu design. The fucking the speed at which it moves, everything in that game is so slow and tedious, and it's just I get why people like it, but you have to put up with a lot of bullshit in those games.
It's also just visually and in terms of the world design, some of the weakest looking Pokemon games, some of the blandest world.
Right.
Yeah.
Moss, are you gonna share your screen in chat?
Yes, thank you for reminding me.
Thank you for your service.
Chat, I need you to lock in for this.
Grok, can Moss share his screen in chat, please?
Grok, is this true? So,
Gork.
yeah. Let's get right into these. Let's start with Turtwig.
So are these like, these are the starters, right?
Yes.
Yes.
This one immediately is not a winner.
Yeah.
No fucking way. You are so delusional. I love Turtwig. I think Turtwig's so cute. This is like genuinely one of my favorite starters of all
Oh,
time.
Jesus Christ. It's like, oh, I don't like these games. I don't like this Pokemon. Turtwig, fuck you. He's amazing.
No, he is amazing.
Right away. I don't like I don't know what it is. It's like the angled head and then completely round eye. It's like...
I guess I can see it. I don't know.
There's
I
like
think
a
he's pretty
contrast that I don't like about him.
For me, it's definitely the big round eye. It definitely feels like it's meant to be cuter, almost more toy-like, which is, kind of feeding into what I was
I don't know. I think he kind of has something a little weird about him that I like.
Is this another case of a Pokemon becoming better if you just imagine the nostrils of the eyes?
I don't know. I like Turtwig. I like just this entire evolution line and where it goes, like the plant turtle guy. I think this guy's super cute. I think this is a really good little turtle guy. I'll say immediately 5 out of 5.
He's very middle of the road for me. I'm gonna give him a 3.
Moss, where you at?
If I could give you a 0, I would, but I can't. So I'm giving you a 1.
Just
Sorry.
staying silent.
I made lunch, but I never ate it, so I had food in my mouth. I literally just woke up like 15 minutes ago.
Nice.
I'll give Turtwig a 3. Like, I like the design aesthetics, but like I said, it just feels like it's too cute for my own liking.
I think if you remove the shine, the little white spot from the eye, it immediately becomes better. Like it's meant to look like a baby.
I think I would.
I don't like that.
I agree.
I don't know. I feel like this guy has similar vibes to Aaron to me. I don't think this guy is too cute, but he is cute. I guess he has slightly too much shine in his eyes.
What the fuck is... I hate this.
Groddle.
I'm sorry, but I hate this. What the fuck?
Yeah, this is
I think Groddle's...
It's not the most flattering.
I think he's... Yeah, I think he's fine. It's like classic middle evolution.
Yeah.
You're sort of having weird proportions because they need to look neither cute nor beefy. So they just end up looking kind of pudgy.
He's got hair pom-poms like Pop Step.
They're bushes.
Like...
Yeah, I know.
Like Groddle exists just to be the natural progression from Turtwig to Torterra.
Yeah.
Which I think both are like a great starting point as an idea, like the turtle with a small little leaf thing on its head, and then Torterra we'll see in a moment. And this is just like, yeah, we need something in between. So we'll just have a fat turtle with shrubs on his back. I think Groddle's fine though. I don't think he's ugly. I just think he's a little boring.
This isn't really a turtle anymore. It's more like an armadillo. It's like a pangolin.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess he's not that turtle-like anymore. He looks like a dinosaur, like one of those shield-backed dinosaurs.
I think he might be meant to be a pangolin.
I think he's still a turtle, because the final evolution is a turtle, and Turtwig's definitely a turtle.
Grove plus turtle, that's the name.
I think this guy's fine.
Grove last generation with Grovyle, so wow.
True.
Way to be original, Pokemon.
I'll give this guy a 3.
Don't you think
couldn't
it also just be grow? Like plants grow?
Oh,
Grodel.
I guess.
I'm giving him a 2. I just don't think he's very fun looking.
I'll do a 2.
Torterra.
I love Torterra.
This is where it comes together pretty nicely, in my opinion.
I think this guy's so fucking awesome. What a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Is this the one that's in Pikachu movie?
Yeah, it's the one that becomes like the giant continent.
Which is not 7'3". It's
Well, it was
7 miles tall.
well, that was like the result of some experiment or something. I don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. They were all bigger.
That wasn't-
Category
that was not-
continent.
That was not biblically accurate, Torterra. That was a fan fiction
Yeah.
deviant Torterra.
His category is still continent.
Yeah.
Oh, it's thunder. Oh my god. There's like a thunderstorm now. I was
can
like,
tell.
who's dropping something in the background?
Oh, wait,
No, it's just
ancient-
thunder.
Ancient people imagined that beneath the ground dwelt a gigantic Torterra. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I like about this guy. It's like
So-
the myth
so
of the
he's the
animal
f-
carrying the world on his back.
So it's flat Earth theory Pokemon.
Flat Torterra theory.
I think this guy
Yeah.
looks pretty round to me, so I don't know if that's I can't get
Yeah.
behind that.
I think this is genuinely like top 3 starters of all time for me. This guy's this is like 6 out of 5 for me. I love this guy. I love the beefy dinosaur guy beneath it. I love that it's the thing of the animal carrying the world on its back, which is like a common mythical theme. I love the moss growing over the spikes. I like the colors. I like grass ground as a type combination. He just looks like a fucking beast, and I love him.
Yeah, I do appreciate the creativity. I like that this was the first generation where they gave every starter a second typing, and they really showed that well in this concept. And even as a kid, I always just loved the fact that it just had a whole ass tree on the back.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Just like that
Which,
immediately.
that tree isn't very big.
It's only 7 feet. I don't know. Maybe
'Cause the
Torterra
whole-
is extremely low.
Maybe.
Just a bonsai tree.
A bonsai.
Yeah, I love this guy. I think this is a 10 out of 10 Pokemon. A 6 out of 5.
I'll give him a 4.
Oh, I think I'll give him a 5. You know what? Why not? Like, I definitely have made some runs of the Platinum where I specifically wanted to have Torterra. Like, I'm willing to put up with Turtwig and Grotle, even if I don't like them that much, because I know this guy's gonna be pretty fun.
You know, the payoff is worth it.
Yeah. Right on. Chimchar.
Nah, that's one dog.
Yeah, this
he
is
really?
sucks.
I think in the past
don't-
we've talked about some fire Pokemon where like, oh, it's cool that it's not just like a thing with a flame on it, and Chimchar
Yeah.
is a thing with a flame on it.
It is kind of that. I do kind of like his hair. Like he has a little tuft of hair that kind of moves like a flame. And the curl on his belly gives him a little more like definition, but I do agree
I
it
think
kind
the
of falls
ears.
in the...
I think it's the ears that ruin it. Just big open holes into his head.
I don't love Chimchar, but I think he has some charming elements. But I agree, he does fall in the category of let's just make an orange guy or an orange animal with a flame on it. I'll say 2 though. I don't hate him. I just think he's kind of uninspired.
All right.
You both said 1?
I said 1.
Sorry, I was eating again. I'm gonna go 2 because I don't completely hate him. Like I for some reason, this might be hypocritical, but I actually almost like how this one is meant to look cute. Like I don't know, it at least like I think with Turtwig, it looks cute when it's not supposed to be. Chimchar, I at least get the impression that it is meant to be kind of cute, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
Even if I don't really like the design all that much. Monferno.
That, not much better.
Slightly better.
A little better, but not enough better.
I don't think it's better at all. I think this is a downgrade.
Yeah,
I
kind
know.
of.
I kind of like the mask thing that it has going on in the vibe. Like it doesn't have too much of an awkward middle stage body proportion type. Like in terms of energy and shape, I think it is what a middle type should be. It's just a little uninspired otherwise.
Like,
Maybe it's just me being a monkey hater in general.
like, it is different enough from Chimchar's that it doesn't have the middle evolution syndrome, but I also just don't think it has much appeal at all, which is kind of going back to Chimchar. Like, I actually prefer the flame on its ass rather than having another fire starter with a flaming tail.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
It looks like a fake Pokemon knockoff something. It's another one for me.
Yeah, this is a one.
I think he's better than Chimchar, but he's still a 2 for me. I'm not gonna go up to a 3.
An Infernape.
That's a 2, I guess.
This guy's super popular.
Is he?
Is he? I've heard the name.
This guy's like the Charizard for a different generation of kids, kind of, or at least had been for a while
Is he
Greninja showed up.
Is he meant to evoke like Sun Wukong, whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is fighting type. The first of 3 starters in a row that were fire and fighting type. Oh wait, no, sorry, second of 3.
Second, yeah. I think Infernape's okay. I think he's fine. I think he's pretty cool, but he's not super inspired. But I kind of like the design and some of the colors and textures that are on there. I like the blue toes and fingers. I like the weird shoulder pads that it has going on, and some of the gruffy white fur. There's some nice texture there, so I'll say 3 there.
Yeah, they at least did a good job of separating it from Blaziken, so they didn't completely reuse its concept. In fact, they specifically went and did almost like the opposite direction, because Blaziken was a kicker, and this guy is a puncher. So, that's fine.
A fister, if you will.
A fister.
Fister, that should have been his name.
I'm giving it a 2, though. I've never liked the design.
Yeah, 2. 2.
I don't get what's going on with the flame in this entire stage, though. It starts on its ass, then its tail, now its head.
It's moving up.
Yep, pretty much.
All right.
Heat rises.
Piplup.
5.
Piplup.
This is a little guy.
Piplup is adorable, yeah. I
Piplup
love Piplup.
is fucking amazing.
He's so cute.
At worst, I considered Piplup to be the best of the starters in this generation. It was always like even as a kid, I'm like, I don't love this, but it's at least better than the other 2, so I'm gonna take it.
I think as far as the first stage Pokemon go, I do agree that Piplup is probably the best of the 3. But I like as the full evolution line, I think I like the Torterra line the most. But Piplup is still a 5 out of 5.
I'll give him a 4. I like it. I've never been like crazy about this, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Prinplup.
Prinplup.
I think Prinplup sucks.
This guy sucks.
Yeah, definitely.
This guy is like the
most middle Evo starter ever.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing. Like, you don't get more middle evolution than Prinplup. It's just the most boring halfway point between Piplup and Empoleon, while being neither cute like Piplup or cool like Empoleon. He just looks awkward. Yeah. This is a 1.
Has there ever
like
been...
This evolution line goes from a 5 to a 1 to a 5. It's wild.
Is there ever a middle evolution we've rated higher than the start or finish?
I think.
Maybe Bayleaf?
Yeah, we like Bayleaf.
Possibly, yeah. In general, it's just they're just bad.
Maybe Grovyle.
Yeah, the middle.
I specifically like
right.
Grovyle.
Yeah. I think we rated Grovyle on average higher than the other 2 as well.
It's like overall, I feel like they always finish bottom of the 3. It's like it makes me question why they keep doing it.
It also just feels like the one they always design last.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like we have the start and the end. We need something to connect. Because there has to be 3, because we did that in the first game, so now there always must be 3.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd give him a 2. It's not offensive to me, but it's definitely not.
I think he's just
great.
2.
Actively ugly, and he's like the core representative of a design philosophy around the middle stages that I just do not like. So that's why he gets a 1 for me. He's like the worst symptom of a bad trend.
That's fair. Empoleon. Emplemon.
This guy's fucking awesome. Awesome. I love this guy.
What the fuck?
He's an Emperor Penguin. He's got a suit of armor. It's literally a suit. It's like a tuxedo, but it's a suit of armor. Because he's metal.
I would like his face better if he didn't have the Trifork on his mouth.
I like
I
that.
guess,
fucking
I guess
awesome.
that's his... Oh, that's like his beak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's awesome.
That's better. At first I didn't see it end in a beak. I was just like, oh, it's like a mouth guard that's also in front of his face.
Like, this is a Pokemon that on paper sounds really dumb. Like, we're gonna make an Emperor Penguin, but we're gonna give him an actual crown type thing and a suit. But somehow it just looks fucking awesome.
Yeah. I love the way that they made it look and feel organic, but they still visualize the steel typing really well. It has all these sharp points on its body.
I also like just how regal he looks. He looks like an emperor.
Yeah. He looks strong. He's a strong dude.
He does.
So yeah, I think most people think that this is the best starter line of this generation, and I am definitely one of these people. So I'd give
definitely.
Empoleon a 5.
I slightly prefer the Torterra, but I think Empoleon is still a 5. I think this is also the generation with probably the highest. Like Empoleon and Torterra are 2 5 out of 5 starters, and I don't think I have any generation other than this one where I would say there are 2 top tier starter lines.
I'll give him a 5. I was a high 4, but that's the same kind of. That's a bird.
That is a bird.
That's a bird. Now
But
we
he-
get into
I
some of the most popular generic Mook Pokemon that have ever been made.
Yeah.
Okay. So this generation's Pidgey.
Yes. I think Starly is, for like the generic normal flying bird, he is one of the cuter ones. I like Starly.
Yeah, I've always liked.
He's a good little guy.
I really like monochrome coloring. At least you know, if it's done well, and I think it's done well here. I like the head shape. I like the blank eyes. I just like how generic and benign it looks, but it's actually, you know, in a good way.
Yeah, like it looks basic without looking boring.
Yeah, so I'd give it a 4.
Yeah, I'll say 4.
3. It's just a bird.
It's
It's
just
a
a
nice
bird.
bird.
Strovia I don't like.
This is a lot more of this is just a bird.
Yeah, and the only thing that's mainly notable about it is the star around his face and the quaff or he has on his head, and I like neither of those things. Looks like he has a beard, which is weird.
I actually don't mind that. I don't mind these things about it. It's just not that interesting. It doesn't have the funny round shape that Starly has.
Yeah, Starly's cute. This guy doesn't really have anything cute about him.
I'll say 2 on Staravia.
Yeah, two's what I'm feeling.
I can go with a 2.
2.
Straptor.
This
Staraptor.
guy's so edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of the Pokemon that everybody had on their team. There's like a specific there's a meme of Gen 4 where every single team is the starter, Staraptor, and Luxray. Because they are just the coolest looking
pretty
Pokemon.
much. This is like the Pokemon that makes every 10-year-old go insane.
Yeah.
Just because it's so like cool in the most 10-year-old way.
When Staravia evolve into Staraptor, they leave the flock to live alone.
It's like the anime
It's a lone
protagonist.
wolf.
The anime protagonist Pokemon.
Awoo!
It's like the Hachiman Pokemon.
Yeah. And remember, this was 2007,
it's edgy, but
so this is when edgy scene kids were all around. So this was for them. Really, really
This was-
emblematic of its time.
Yeah.
The lone wolf emo bird.
This is edgy, which does evoke some cringe in me, but I think it's also funny for being how edgy it is and how it just is so effective at being that. So I'll say a 3.
Hey.
That balances out for me into a 3.
I'm giving it a 5. I fucking love this dude.
I'll do 4. I think it's cool.
I just think the red painted hair quiff is just a little much for me.
Category predator.
They need that.
Yikes,
It's like
dog.
Yeah.
one step too far to give him like the emo hair droop.
See, like I said, he's for all the scene kids that then grew up to be child
Yeah.
predators.
Perfect.
Bidoof.
How did they know? That guy looked like a fucking goof.
Yeah.
This guy's a fucking meme.
Yeah.
I do love him though.
He is funny. He's a sweet little guy.
So this is the Gen 4 Redditor.
Yep.
Yes.
I like
It's
it.
funny how
his
there's
abilities.
There are
There's a-
archetypes that you just have to have every gen. There has to be a varmint and a bird.
But at least unlike Gen 4, sorry, Gen 3, they were also doing this, like, oh, we need to have new bird, new rodent, new etc. And it felt like some of them were just, like, really phoned in. At least this time, they were a lot more interesting and creative with them.
You also gotta have a larva that becomes a butterfly. It's like,
Yeah.
Yep.
you gotta have it.
And it's also funny, Bidoof's abilities being simple and unaware. There's
mouse.
there's no brain activity behind those eyes. It's just all teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only part of the body that's working. Bidoof's funny. I like Bidoof. He's a
I'll
4
give
out of
Bidoof
5
a
for me.
4.
I'd give him a 5. I like this guy. I've always liked how funny he is.
What a guy. What a little guy.
What a dude. Pokemon number 400. Bibarel.
I don't like that he has tiny pupils now.
Yeah, Bibarel's a little freaky to me, and not in a funny way. It just looks weird.
Yeah. I like that he still looks inoffensively dumb, which I appreciate.
Yes.
But not as fun, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like Bidoof is like dumb in a charming way, and this just feels like they're making fun of him for the way he looks or something. Like they're pushing it over the edge and trying too hard to make it funny almost in a way.
This guy exists to be bullied. He exists to stay in your party, never level up, and only use rock climb.
Kind of looks like a Slowpoke.
Pretty much.
And like an updated a little bit with a big tail and this stupid head.
He does kind of have that vibe, yeah.
An updated what?
Like an updated Slowpoke.
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. He has that demeanor.
I'll give him a 3 though. I still like the base vibe.
I'd do a 2.
Yeah, I'll go 3. I think that's fine. Kricketot.
What the?
He's also wearing a little jacket. He's like a little sound composer.
I kind of like this guy.
Yeah,
like he's like looking like a little, like a little musician. It's cute.
Yeah, Kricketot's cool. I like him. His cry in the games is like a xylophone arpeggio. It's like it's awesome.
That it says that's when he falls over, so he's like stumbling.
Huh. That's cool. I'll give him a. I might go 5 on this one. Like in terms of just generic bug design, like how do you get better?
I can kind of see it.
Like
I don't think I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna go 4.
I like the simplicity, but I like the aesthetic. I like the just what they were doing. And now we've got a.
Right.
that was a scarily accurate impression. I didn't think you're gonna be pulling that off.
Didn't think I had it in me.
I didn't. I apologize for questioning your abilities.
So Kricketune looks like a violin, kind of. It's kind of what it is.
Yeah, I think I think this one's a little too on the nose compared to Kricketot. Like giving him the mustache and the strings on his body is just a little too much for me.
I wouldn't say it's too on the nose, more like I don't love how they're kind of combining 2 different things at once. Like they're still kind of keeping the composer theme from Kricketot, but now this time it's also an instrument and it feels like it's just kind of overlapping in a way I don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Like. It's like pick a lane. Either make it an instrument or make it a composer guy, personally. I kind of don't like how both came together in here. I still like the idea of it. I still like the Pokemon. It's just I'm not as enthusiastic about it.
I don't really like his belly. Like he looks fat, and it just doesn't look as bug-like anymore. It almost looks too sentient and aware, almost like he could start talking to you. And I don't like that in my bug-type Pokemon. I want them to be weird little dumb critters.
Yeah, the head and the eyes still make it bug enough for me. And like the bug wings on the back.
I'm going 2 for this one.
I kind of hate this guy. Yeah.
Dang.
2.
All right, 3. I'm cool with it. I do think they could have. This is one of the Pokemon that they should give a new evolution to. I feel like this guy has more room to improve.
I can see that. Yeah.
Shinx.
Super cute.
Yeah. Always loved Shinx.
Wait a minute. Does it have 3 legs?
No.
No. Just one of them is hidden.
Is it like the shark meme of the shark with 3 sneakers?
What? I did think I've seen that.
Italian brain rot.
I don't engage with that. Yeah,
funny.
I like this guy. It's like an electric type, but not too on the nose. They don't make him just all yellow or put like too many lightning bolts in his body, but you still can tell he's an electric guy by the little yellow stars in his body. But I like that he's blue. It's like different enough.
Yeah, I love the color design. I love the back half of it being black because it's a sphinx. So,
Yeah.
Like the curl on its head. Yeah, I like this guy. I like even the big eyes that I would normally say are like babyish or toy-like. They make that work because they're all yellow. So it's kind of weird and fucky.
Yeah, there's like some hollowness in those eyes almost.
Yeah, he's cool. I'm giving him a 5. I love this line.
I'll say 5. Yeah.
What'd you rate it?
5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
This guy's great.
This little shit.
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
You're crazy
No,
if you think this is a 5.
Damn.
Big major hater here. Dang, I thought I hated Gen 4.
You've been quite positive so far.
Yeah.
See, now we're talking. This guy's angry.
I don't really like this guy. I hate his goatee. That's the thing that puts me off.
It's a little weird.
I don't know. I like it. I like all of its fur. I like that it's just got long hair. He's literally me. He's got long hair and he's angry at everything. And he's got a 4-pointed star. And it's named Lux. How could it be any more for me?
He is still pretty good, but the only thing that throws me off is the goatee. And I guess I don't like the ears that much. Shinx had the nice stars in his ears, and they kind of just lost that, which is a shame.
Okay. The ears
but he's still good.
The ears are kind of bad.
I don't know. I think I'll go 3 for now, like a high 3.
I'll stay with 3.
4 out of 5 for me. And then
I see this fucking Luxray.
Luxray.
That guy's
yeah.
edgy as fuck.
This guy's Sonic the Hedgehog.
He's got Goku Sonic hair on his head and ass.
He's got a Super Saiyan ass.
Yeah,
and guess what? This guy is almost as tall as Nidoking.
Yes.
I think they're the same. Yeah, 4'7".
This is like Game Freak looking at how crazy people went for Absol and just went, should we do that again? And they just made Absol again.
I believe 4'7". is
Oh my
the
god,
height.
Nidoking's 4'7". Now Luxray's as tall as Nidoking.
The entire reason we make fun of Nidoking is because he's comically short.
He is short king.
Shout out to all my
Nidoking
4'7" kings.
136.7, okay.
That's all. He's also very light.
That's a fairly hefty 4'7" if you're 130
It is pretty
pounds.
I guess. But not impossible to just, like, knock over.
It's like me running around pushing over people's Nido Kings for fun.
Yeah, just tripping them.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. I don't know. I think Absol was a bit overboard for me, but I think this guy's just edgy enough to work.
He's literally Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
He is. It is the Shadow the Hedgehog Pokemon.
This guy is probably subconsciously one of the reasons why I started calling myself Lux. So, yeah.
So a 3, I am hearing.
1 out of 5. I hate this 5.
1 out of 5.
I hate him.
I will say there's one big issue with this Pokemon, and that it's not Dark type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just...
But that's kind of also with the edgy bird. It's like, that should have been dark.
Yeah, I guess. But here it feels even more unavoidable.
Is this just the edgy Pokemon game?
Sort of.
I think it's just front-loaded with quite a few edgy Pokemon, but there are some later down the line as well.
We've also got
They lean more
Galactic,
into it.
and you've got fucking Cyrus being like, Spirit is incomplete, we need to rid the world of Spirit. And then he summons Satan.
Nice.
It's Satan.
Is Satan a Pokemon?
Giratina.
There's a Satan version, yeah.
He's
Like the antithesis of Arceus.
Basically, it's
God.
like Giratina, we assume it to be like, or rather the distortion world, we kind of assume to be like Pokemon's hell. Kind
Yeah,
of.
this is where they kind of went off the rails with the like legendaries. Like it starts with like, okay, this is just like a mythical bird, and then it goes to this guy controls the seas, and this is a generation where they just go, this Pokemon is the god of time and space, and this Pokemon is the actual creator of the universe.
This Pokemon is the master of time and space. Use your Master Ball to catch it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you got a 12-year-old running around with 3 gods in his pocket.
That's why I was so
no
excited.
biggie.
It's why I was so excited for Legends Arceus, because I thought that Gen 4 had really great lore that wasn't really explored all that much or well. So when they announced a new Gen 4 game that would focus on them, I'm like, this is exactly what I want from this franchise. And Legends Arceus is so freaking good. Still haven't caught Arceus in that game, though. So I haven't technically finished it.
Did I rate this? Did I say 5?
You said it now.
Oh. I'll give it a 4.
Okay. Badoo.
This guy's cute.
Badoo.
This is
It's a nice little pre-evolution to Roselia.
This is the Oddish.
Yeah. It kind of is the Oddish, yeah. They used an older Pokemon for it.
Yeah, the middle stage for this is an existing Pokemon, and then they just put one before it and put one after it, and then use that as the regional plant.
You know, looking at it now, like, this could have just been anything. Like, if you just... Okay, let's look up Roselia.
It kind of looks like a Roselia, yeah.
Does it? I think if you put them side by side to me, I wouldn't have been able to tell you they were related. I think they could have just
I will say
into anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
does
there
this
are
become
some-
Roselia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, it makes sense that the little twirly stuff on top of its head becomes the arms, I guess.
Yeah, it does. You can sort of understand it, but I do agree it's a bit of a leap. And there are later generation Pokemon that you could have just easily said evolve from Badoo, and it would have been just as convincing.
It's a very much more saturated green and yellow.
Yeah.
Like Roselia looks very pale. But that's probably just different in art style.
I think they just started changing the art style around this time.
I kind of like this guy though. I like how he's kind of wearing a bib.
Yeah.
I like
It is kind of funny, actually.
He's aight.
He's a little guy, just a little bud.
He's a good little guy.
He's also tiny.
Oh, 8 inches.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll say 4. It's a good design.
I think this guy's good as well. I'd say 4 as well.
Yeah, okay, 4.
Rose Raid.
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Hell yeah.
What's this haircut? What does this remind me of?
Karen.
Yeah, it is like
Kinda. And it's got like a gentleman thief mask on.
Yeah, it's like a musketeer-ish, maybe. Well, not really a musketeer, but like a gentleman thief type thing. I don't like this guy. I think he just looks mean, like a pompous asshole, but not in a fun way. And I also think the hands are really weird. It doesn't look like flowers anymore. It just looks like weird squidgy.
I guess.
Kind of look like fidget spinners.
Just wearing
like
fidget
Bluetooth
spinners.
speakers.
I think this guy's also just a little too on the nose, like the cape and the mask. It's
I
really
do like the cape and mask.
I like the cape and the mask. I'm with you with the hands though.
I just don't like Pokemon implied to be wearing clothes. I think that's always a weird one for me.
Oh yeah, what you named the music bug? What you rate the music bug? That thing wore it.
But he didn't look like he was wearing a coat. It just looked like he had a shell that might have looked like a coat.
Oh, what did you rate Empoleon?
Yeah, 5.
Wearing literal armor and a crown.
Yeah, but it didn't look like it. It still was like part of his body, like his wings turned to armor and his beak just grew to look like a crown. I just don't think this is as convincing as
No,
like
I get ya.
body type. This is more like he actually put on a mask and a cape.
Do be serving though.
This guy fucks. No.
This guy fucks. And for that he deserves a 4.
I'm saying 2.
I'll say 3. There are things I like about it. There are things I don't like about it. So it just kind of evens out. Cranidos. This is
One of the weirdest dinosaurs ever.
Yeah, this is
Not a
fossil.
good Pokemon.
fossils.
I don't like him.
He's okay.
I think he's okay.
That's about it. He's fine. I kind of don't feel one way or another about him. Like, I get it.
Same.
It's supposed to be hard-headed, so it just kind of has like this big-ass orb on its head, it looks like. Well, I think that's just its head.
I don't know what the actual, not Pokemon, dinosaur is called that has that, but it was always weird to me.
Yeah, they existed, or at least they
Just
are.
a big, hard dome head that runs at you with.
Like, it is a Pokemon where you can just sort of tell, like, okay, that's the thing he does. He just headbutts you, he charges at you, and he fucks you up with his big old forehead. I just don't think the design is that great. I think the proportions are a little weird. And I don't
think it
think
might
there's
just
that...
be a bad drawing of him. Honestly.
I guess.
Well, I agree the proportions are weird, but I just assume that's the point. Because it is a
Yeah,
fossil
I
Pokemon,
guess.
so...
I'll give him a 2. Not impressed.
I'll say 3. I think this is just an average Pokemon.
I'm gonna say 2 is... 3 is
Rampardos.
fine. Yeah, 3. Rampardos, yeah.
It's
I do
the,
like
the
this
same
guy.
thing, but bigger.
And spiky.
I do like this guy.
And the dome on its head is more spiky now, so it's like kind of a rocket, I guess.
I like this guy better. I like how hunched he is. Like he just looks like he just can't even stand straight. This is just how he exists.
He kind of looks like he's about to curl up his arms and engage in like old school fisticuffs. Like,
True.
how about you?
If his arms would even
and I like it-
reach beyond his chin.
Yeah. And I like his face. I like how he
like
looks
the
like
eye.
a piece of shit.
Yeah, this guy's a fucker.
You know what?
I
I'm gonna go back and say Cranidos is a 2 because I thought I would like Rampardos less, but actually no, I'll give this guy a 3.
I'll give him a 4. I think this is a good, cool Pokemon.
3.
Yeah, he's alright.
Shieldon.
Shieldon.
I don't like this guy at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's pretty cute.
That's a 1.
And it's a cute little baby Triceratops, but with a shield instead of spikes on his forehead.
I've never liked
That's
its
pretty cute.
eyebrows or whatever these things are. on
Yeah,
its face.
it's those weird thick lines on.
Oh, I kind of like this. I just think the body is a bit boring. It's like an afterthought. Just give him a generic pudgy
It's
or like a nothing body. It does have Nomel's body. I think Shieldon's pretty cute. I don't think he's anything special, but I like him. I'll say 3.
I'm going 2 on this.
I'll stick with 1.
Dang.
This is a nothing burger. Listen, they can't all be 2s, 3s, and 4s. Gotta be some 1s.
6 out of 5. This was my favorite Pokemon as a kid.
Really?
I love Bastiodon.
I don't like this guy.
I think he's
at all.
awesome. I love his big underbite.
His face
teeth.
is a fucking castle. Why is it that?
I love his face. I love his big
It's
under.
a bastion.
Yeah, but why would it
Or a
evolve to
Bastille.
have a fucking? Why would it have evolved to look like a castle? Probably in a time there weren't castles around. What came
I don't-
first,
Well, I don't-
castles or this?
That's kind of the thing with Pokemon, is that it's just like, it's based on, Pokemon would just exist, and then, humans based whatever they were doing off of this thing.
We need to some
guess
kind of fortified structure. Have you seen Bastiodon? We should make something that looks like that.
I guess I've never seen it like a castle that way with like windows and towers.
It's literally got windows.
I just still don't. I guess I just looked at Bastion enough that I just don't see it that way. It just looks like a pattern and then a big triceratops forehead with a big nose and an underbite. I just love the face. I love his big underbite teeth. I love his eyes hidden behind his big nose and the spikes on the bottom.
Oh, it reminds me of Shadow of the Colossus, the little one, the little shitter.
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I just think this guy's like peak dinosaur vibes. He just looks ancient. He looks so prehistoric. I think that's awesome.
Well,
That was a rocky body.
I'm happy to hear you say that because I have never liked this guy. I always thought this guy was just terrible looking.
Wow. I guess the castle thing is a bit weird, but
It's not even necessarily the castle thing. I just hate how ridiculous its face looks.
It's also Oscar.
I don't like.
Is it Oscar the
underbite, and
Grouch?
I don't like its teeth and all that. I don't like its big fat body and just how immobile it looks.
I like that. I like it's just a fat guy that sits there and it's like, fucking come at me. My head is a shield. My head is a fortress.
Bastion.
I don't know. I like the body. I think the colors are great. I like the texture on the back, the ridges, and I love the face. I like the eyes hidden behind the thick nose and teeth. I just think he looks cool. I'm throwing my weight behind this guy, even if the windows and towers of the castle thing is a little weird. I can ignore that and still give him a 6 out of 5, just to please my kid self. And I still think he's awesome.
That's nice. I'm glad somebody likes Bastion, because I'm giving him a 1.
No fucking way.
Two.
You've lost it.
I told you I don't like this generation much.
2.
We got Burmy, and there are 3 different kinds of it.
And they all look
better.
They're all yeah. This is the larva Pokemon, so they at least wanted to try being a little different this time.
I think this is one of the worst Pokemon in this generation.
They're all 2s.
Yeah.
They're so boring. There's just nothing. Even with the cloak thing, somehow they still managed to make it boring, despite having 3 forms.
I don't hate it. Like it's.
I like this trash cloak.
Yeah.
Like this Pokemon has 3 different forms and 2 different evolutions based on gender, and it's still boring.
I don't know. I mean, it is boring, but I at least kind of appreciate the new approach they were going with this. I will say Sandy Cloak's a piece of shit. This guy fucking sucks. Even Plant Cloak is almost not as good just because it's so simple. But I don't know. I kind of like the just whatever the fuck this thing is in its curl on top. So I'll say.
I don't like how it's a.
I'll say 3,
like the
1, 3. I'm gonna go with those.
Unbelievable that this is higher than Bastion. This is a 1.
That's right.
I'll give Trash a 2, and the other 2 get 1s.
All right.
Crash is right.
Wormadam. Oh dear.
Still boring.
Still sucks.
This is bad.
It is bad.
Like this time I don't like whatever's going on behind the cloak. It doesn't look very interesting, and the cloak itself is not that fun looking. So.
It looks like whatever's the Kurtek, the Nyx mole.
Oh, yeah. It's Nyx.
Yeah, this does suck. I guess I should raise Burmy to a 2 just to give this a 1. That feels fair.
You know, this time I actually kind of don't hate Sandy Cloak. I like that it's got like curly hair in the shape of rocks.
The Sandy's one's probably better actually.
These all
the other
fucking suck ass.
This one I don't know
What's going on?
I'll say 1, 3, 1. Complete inverse
They're all
of the last one.
They're all 1s. None of them have a single point of like redeeming qualities.
Yeah, I don't know what they were.
Yeah, I'll just say 2 1s across the board.
And Motham.
Motham is fine.
Sure.
It's a flying bug. It's
all
not
right,
offensive.
It's better than Beautifly. I guess.
Yeah, probably.
It might even be better than Dustox as well. So.
I think I prefer Dustox. But I think this is a decent flying
This is
Pokemon.
just a 3. This is just bug.
Yeah.
This is just the point where we really had to start asking, do we need more flying bugs?
We haven't had a moth specifically. So.
Yes, because we have to have one every gen. It's the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
And people liked the Butterfree episode, so we gotta have one every gen.
I mean, I'm gonna seem like hypocritical because there's a flying bug Pokemon in a later generation that I love, but this one is not it. So
every gen has to have a Rattata, a Pidgey, a Butterfree.
This guy also just has the exact same color scheme as Hariyama. It just looks like if Hariyama was turned into a bug.
An Oddish, a Pikachu. You gotta have them all.
Yeah.
If someone said that they designed Motham for Gen 3 and just didn't use it until Gen 4, I would believe them. This looks like a Gen 3 Pokemon.
It does. I think he's fine though. I'll give him a 2.
I would imagine that happens a lot. Like they gotta have so many
does.
unused designs for every gen, right?
That was kind of the case with Gen 2 specifically. A lot of them were... Like, Gen 1 originally had, like, 200 plus Pokemon, and they had to cut a bunch of them.
Is that why you see Ho-Oh in the first Pokemon episode or something?
I don't know if that's a
in the
specific
games.
reason. I think they just made that for the anime and then made it a Pokemon later.
Like, that was the biggest tease ever, because then you play the game and he's not in it! It's like,
Well,
What is it?
For what it's worth, there's also no way of telling what the fuck it is, because even in the anime they said there's no data on it.
Right.
So there you go. And then it's just like randomly in Gen 2. I'll give Motham a 3. It's fine.
3.
It's
Cumby.
Combi.
I think
Now
Combi's
that's a
pretty funny.
fucking 5.
I love Combi.
That's a 15. 5 for every little face. that's fucking adorable.
This is an emoji
But you
Pokemon before emojis.
I
were a
love
thing.
this. Do
It
you
is
like
cute.
jazz?
You need to show the version, the gender differences. There's these massive differences between the two combis. Oh wait, the picture doesn't change.
Yeah, I thought
One
that-
of them has a
I don't know why
The red
they
spot
have
on
that instead.
the red spot on the head is the only difference.
Oh really?
The what?
He has like a red spot on the bottom head.
Yeah.
And that means it's a male, and if it doesn't have that, it's a female, or the other way around.
Oh.
And only the females can evolve because they can become the queen of the hive.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, Combi's super cute. I love Combi. That's a 5.
Cumby is fucking awesome.
Yeah, there are.
That's cool.
Yeah, this is the generation where they started doing gender differences. It definitely needs that spot. That definitely makes it a lot better. I'll say 3.
It does.
I've never been that big of a fan of it, but it's fine, I guess. I've always thought
I
it was
think it's
just
funny
really
and-
weird. It's like a thing cut in half, and it has 3 guys in it. It's like, what the
I
fuck?
kind of like that though.
How did that
Just like
happen?
me for real.
I love how you're just happy to be there. They're like Dodrio has 3 heads and it looks like it's suffering and doesn't want to be alive. But Combi's just vibing.
Yeah.
Combi's just like we love,
Yeah.
we love, yeah, we love it.
They look like they're getting
Hell
ready
yeah.
to sing a musical number.
Yeah,
Oh.
a cappella.
They're going to be like, we're all in this together, because it was 2007. High School Musical.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I only
I've
saw
never,
the
I've
second
never
one.
seen. I have never seen.
Hello, nurse.
I had a younger sister, so I had no choice.
It's Beedrill's wife. Uh,
Beatrice White. Wow.
I think
Well, she can-
Vespa Twins. Meh.
She can fucking get it. I love Vespa Queen.
We stand a Vespa Queen in this server. I mean, it's fine. Like, it's a bee Pokemon.
Like, I think you couldn't really do an evolution for Combi that captures what makes Combi great.
No.
But I think Vespiquen's like okay as a different vibe of bee Pokemon. I just can't really imagine them like being the same species. 'Cause Combi has 3 heads and then this is just 1. Like, how does that work? Do 2 of them just lose consciousness?
Maybe the dress has 6 heads in it. You can't see.
They're just hidden in there. Like, if you look at it from the bottom, there's 6 guys in there.
Hello.
Hey, we're still here.
Well, that's
We get to see a lot of ground.
Well, like, it does have moves where it like sends bees at fuckers.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, maybe that is the implication. They just live inside Vespiquen.
Like, I'd almost
She
kind of like it
herself is a
more.
hive.
I'd almost kind of like it more if it wasn't an evolution for
Oh, yeah.
Combi, but just a
It-
different Pokemon.
It houses its colony and cells in its body. So it is like a living beehive.
Yeah.
Like, I like the idea of the 2 of them together. I just don't know if Vespiquen, I like that as an evolution. It just doesn't feel like an evolution. It just feels like the leader of the Combi.
That's
The
fine.
leader of the group.
They probably couldn't really
Uh.
do anything other than just simply have Pokemon evolve back then.
Yeah, sure. I'll say a 3.
Another 5.
Yeah, 3.
This lady's fucking awesome.
Now, Pachirisu with the world champ.
It's
difference.
Pikachu!
It's Pikachu!
This guy is a legend because he won the world championship
It is.
in 2014.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
He's the
What
strongest
are you
Pokemon of all
talking
time.
about?
The Pokemon World Championships. Somebody used this guy on their team, and it won.
Okay.
Like it had somehow the perfect niche, even though its stats are terrible and it has no useful ability. It just has like a combination of moves that just happen to work out to counter specific meta things, and he just brought it out of nowhere when no one was ever using it in the past, and he won the world championships.
He's
so
also
it is kind
very
of iconic
cute
for that. He is very cute.
Yeah, this is a good
And
take
again-
on the Pikachu clone, because it doesn't feel like they were specifically trying to make it a Pikachu clone.
I don't know. It's got the cheeks. Even.
I mean, it's got the cheeks, but that's as far as it goes. At least they didn't make it all yellow and shit.
And the face.
Yeah.
And
Again, like props to making an electric type Pokemon that isn't yellow, but still has electric vibes.
Yeah.
I like blue stat.
True.
I've always liked that. I'm gonna give Pachirisu
This is a good guy.
4. It's
I mean, yeah, same.
Also, yeah, 4 is good.
good design. Buizel.
I like this guy.
I don't like this guy.
I like how there's a regional water type that isn't just a fish.
Yeah.
And I also like how he's just an other guy like wearing something that kind of looks like a floaty ring,
He's a weasel.
like to keep him afloat while he's learning to swim.
A sea weasel, isn't that just an otter? Why,
He is
why has
he
it
is
gotta
basi-
be a weasel?
He is basically just an otter. I guess I never realized that he's not an otter. Yeah, I like the dual tails that he uses as like a propeller to accelerate himself through the water. I like how he still has like fins on his arms, but it's still just a mammal.
See,
I just
he's got a flotation ring around his neck.
I do like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I like this guy a lot. I like the colors as well, the orange, the yellow, the blue. I think this is pretty much a perfect like regional water type for me. Like they don't all need to be fish. We could have just had this. We didn't need this generation to also have a fish type. It would have been cooler if they just went the regional water type is not a fish this generation. Wow, I had to say that 4 times. Yeah, I like this guy a lot. I'll say 5 out of 5. I think this guy is like great.
Fish
I'll
this
give it 2.
generation. Say that 5 times fast. I'll say 4. It's fine. I like it.
I don't like his face.
I don't like your face.
I like the face.
Wow.
Wow.
Float Soul.
No.
Mommy, no, I don't like Float Soul.
Yeah.
They didn't need to make it so sexy.
Yeah, why is he suddenly he's like a
Why is he looking at me
fucking
like that?
beach jock, a fuckboy.
It's like I don't want Weasel to evolve into something that wants to fuck me. Yeah, the Float Soul is like
He's
like
making
Float-
eyes at a Lapras across the room. They're
like Float Soul is like the anti-Gardevoir. Like Gardevoir is just minding her own business and everyone wants to fuck her, and we're just minding our own business and Float Soul wants to fuck us.
Nobody.
and
wants
for
to
that he
fuck
deserves a
Floatzel.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Float
I
Soul.
hate how they took the inner tube around its neck and made it like a long. Like what is it now? I guess it's supposed to be a raft. Like
It's like a towel, I guess.
Yeah, like a
Maybe
it looks like a
that too.
boa thing, like the
It reminds me of like a guy at the beach who's like just come out of the water, has the towel around his neck like that, looking at all the damsels.
Looking at all the Gardevoirs and bikinis. Dead silence for 10
Yeah,
seconds after that.
I was just looking up what the thing it's called on his neck was, so I wasn't listening to what you were saying.
Flotation sack.
Oh, flotation sack. Yeah, so I guess it is supposed to be a raft. But
It deflates the sack
guess.
before it dies. Same, dog.
Floatzel wants to deflate your sack, clearly.
Just like me for real. I see one Gardevoir and I deflate my sack on the spot.
I absolutely hate, now that I look, I've never noticed this until now, but I hate how hilariously and comically small its feet are. It doesn't look like
Yeah,
it
that's
should
not
be
great
able to
either.
stand.
Why has it got a drop on its belly button? It's like, did
Oh,
it
that's a
kill
water
somebody and
tank.
get the tattoo? Yeah, but it's not a blue drop. I don't know.
Like this is a Pokemon where I get Buizel and I use him because I think he's cute, and then he evolves, and then I immediately box him because I just don't like Floatzel's vibe.
You're scared for your life. He's gonna take your
he's
money
in
and
box
fuck your
jail
wife.
for his behavior. Yeah, this is a 1. I don't like him.
The more we talk about this guy, the more I like him.
Like there's something like I don't hate him. I I still think there's base design elements of Weasel that I like, so I'm not gonna give it the 1. But it's not a great. It's not great. It's a 2.
3. I kind of love him. I love his aura. Cherubi.
Cherub Rock.
Shipoopy.
It's a little freaky to me. I don't like how it has like a vestigial twin.
I do like that. It's funny. He's just chilling back there. Otherwise, it's a little too simple. Especially because they've already done this. They've already this is basically just Hoppip again.
It's another Oddish.
Yeah, this is more the
Oddish
Oddish clone
as
than
well.
too. It just kind of doesn't register. Like, it's a pretty boring Pokemon, but it's not offensive.
It's alright.
It's a 2.
2, 3. Damn, nah, 2. 2 is fine.
Did Maz move away from the mic? Yes. I always move my mic around because I never sit still in one space, even though I'm in a fucking box chair that's just like anchored to the ground. By the way, it's Pokemon number 420, so this guy back there, you know what's going on. Shout out to him.
Nice.
Cherim.
What the?
Cherim has 2 forms.
It's a little jalapeno. And I kind of like that.
I don't think that's what he's supposed to be.
No.
It's just a
Like
flower,
one, though.
that's... He's like closed, and when it gets sunny, he goes into the open form.
Yeah, so under sunlight.
Hey!
Looks like.
Like revealing itself when the sun starts shining, but when there's no sun, it just closes on itself and becomes depressed. Which I think is pretty cute, but I don't love the design of either.
Yeah. Like, this is another thing that feels like it could evolve further. Like, there could be more done with this. Like, this is, like... Alright, so Overcast form, I never liked because it honestly doesn't even look like a Pokemon. It just looks like a thing.
No.
It looks like an inanimate object. So I kind of don't appreciate that. And then Sunshine form is just like a ball with flowers on it. It's just, like, kind of... I don't know. I don't like saying the word lazy to describe things, but it does feel kind of...
It's a little.
It's a little lazy.
Yeah.
I just think that, it's a cool idea, but the actual design is just kind of underwhelming. It doesn't really deliver on the potential of having a grass-type Pokemon that blossoms when it's sunny.
Yeah. I'd just give it
So I'll say
2.
2 again.
Yeah. 2
Yeah.
for both of them.
Yeah.
Shellos.
I can agree. I don't like this guy.
I really dislike the West Sea Shellos, but I like the other version. I think he looks better. He's cuter, and
I never
this
realized.
is just weird.
Okay, honestly, for my entire life, I just assumed that the colors changed. I didn't actually know that there were details on its body that changed.
Oh yeah,
I
know
never
this
paid
because
attention to
I hate the haircut of the West Shellos, and I like the East Shellos a lot more.
Yeah,
This is like a 1 versus a 3 to me.
Yeah, I'll go with. I'll go 2 versus 3. Actually, I'll say 4 for this. Like, if West Shellos was removed entirely and this was the only one we got, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I like this guy decently enough as like a slug Pokemon. I like his little wings, I like the colors. I just think the pink version is weird.
Yeah. This one is just like kind of gross and ugly in an unflattering way, and this one's fun.
Yeah, 1 and 3. I might even go 1 and 4. Yeah, I think I actively like this guy. So I say 1 for the pink one and a 4 for the blue one.
I like neither.
Neither?
Yeah, I think they kind of suck.
What's your
Probably a 2 for both.
All right.
2.
Gastrodon.
This guy's awesome.
Yeah.
I like
look at this
Gastrodon.
They removed the worst part of Shellos, which was the thick lips.
The mouth.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's that now,
And gave it 3 eyes, so it looks very alien, and that's much better.
I actually like the pink one better here.
Yeah, funny enough, the pink one's better this time.
Yeah.
I like the horns that it's got. I kind of like they both have the third eye. But this one doesn't have as cool details, I don't think.
Yeah, the body is a bit more boring, or the in general look. Maybe it's just the pose, I guess. I guess the West Sea Gastrodon does have a better pose in the drawing.
Yeah.
It's more
Yeah,
more
it's a little
alive.
twisted around.
I think the West Sea is a 4 and the other one is a 3.
I think I'll go with
Yeah,
that
I'll
too.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I do wish it was bigger. Like, this is a Pokemon where I just want it to be
211.
I just want it to be Lapras sized, like
Yeah.
a massive slug. But it's still pretty good. I like this. Like, yeah, I'll say a 4 for the pink one and a 3 for the blue one.
Ambipom.
0.
1, 0.
Yeah.
This guy
If I-
is so gross.
If I could give you a 0, I would, but I can't. So I'm giving you a 1.
Like, Ipomp's kind of cute. Ambipomp's just so freaky.
Yeah, I think we liked Apom, didn't we? We thought it was
I don't.
like weird and
I don't think I
funny.
was here.
And this guy is
This,
I hate his
so bad.
shitty bowl cut.
yeah, the
Fucking
shitty bulk of the
Yee
eyes.
haircut.
The hands, they just look diseased. They look
That is
swollen.
that is the definition of a yee ass haircut.
I hate the
I think
face,
this is.
the teeth, the two
I think-
tails. Why?
I think this might be like, this is in the conversation with like the 10 worst Pokemon of all time.
This
So-
guy, Hypno.
Hypno tier. So one of the big reasons why I was also really not into Gen 4, even especially as the games were coming out, is because of all of the new evolutions to old Pokemon they gave, and I thought a lot of them were terrible, and this is one of them. So many of them I
I can
looked at
see
and I'm
that.
like, why did they even evolve this Pokemon? They just made it so
Why even
ugly.
bother?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of good in the Gen 4 decks, but I agree that most of the new evolutions for existing Pokemon just suck.
Yeah. They really went down.
This guy's like actively one of the worst Pokemon of all time, though. There's nothing I like about him.
-5.
He's just so freaky. It's like -1.
Drifloon.
I like this guy.
This guy abducts children and kills them.
He does.
Based 5.
Any child who mistakes Drifloon for a balloon holds onto it and just goes missing. Yeah, I like this guy. He's a balloon bird. I like the little, like, it looks like he would deflate if it doesn't have the sticker on it, which is his nose. I like the little weird stringy thin legs. Yeah, this guy's great. I like how it's a ghost as well.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, this is a great ghost type.
And I'll say 5. I have nothing to. I guess I don't really like the cloud on the set, so I'll say 4.
I like the cloud on its head, honestly.
I guess I don't like that it looks like I don't like that it looks like a speech bubble with like the point on it. That looks a little weird.
Nah, that's cool.
Or like a thinky bubble. I'll say 4.
4. Yeah.
Drifblim.
Drifblim I also like.
Yeah.
Mm,
I
like
don't think I love the 4 appendages or 3 appendages. I guess it only has. Kind of odd. And the eyes look
This
a little
guy's-
bit like slapped on. It's almost like an inanimate
Yeah.
object that just
But
kind of
that's
has a few things on it just to make it look Pokemon-ish.
I kind of like that though. Like you're not really sure if it's alive and it's like a ghost possessing a balloon or something. That's kind of what I like about it. I also like the colors. I like the empty eyes. I think this guy's also a
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
I'll give
do
him a
another
4 too. Baniri.
Very cute.
Oh, it's
I like it.
okay.
Yeah, it's
I like it.
fine.
I like the
Is it
tufts. I like the one droopy ear. I don't love the face, I guess, but I kind of like how it's wearing like a little diaper thing.
Drifblim.
It's very cute.
Hang on, Drifblim would be a good Heartless design. I agree with that in chat.
Heartless.
Heartless, yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, right. I think Baneri's fine. I think it's like a high 3 out of 5.
I'll say 3. It's fine.
I'll do it 2.
Lopunny.
this is
Hello.
this is something.
So
God, Caught a little Pokemon, Batman.
This is the other. This actually might be the most furry core Pokemon, if we're being honest.
Yes.
At least
What
for the
Pokemon
new.
did you catch, Joker?
I think this is like the Pokemon that's the most intentionally sexual.
Caught a little.
Like
Batman.
Gardevoir, I can sort of understand them making and not understanding that people would want to fuck it. They know what they were doing with Lopunny.
What? What are you saying? What? Fuck it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm not saying we would want to fuck it. I'm just saying we've seen a lot of stuff on the internet.
Yes.
What the fuck? Freaks. A lot of you.
Yeah, it's too sexual for me.
I mean, honestly,
it's
like
uncomfortable.
I'm indifferent on like the sexuality or whatever. Just as a design, I think it's kind of boring.
Well,
I think there's some good to it, but I'll say 3. The Mega is great.
I'm gonna say 2.
5.
On this,
Mega.
honestly.
I'll say 3.
Are you actually giving it a 5?
4 maybe.
Okay. Mega Lopunny.
I like this one.
Yeah,
I like the
much less
aerobics.
She's wearing ripped yoga pants.
Yeah, that is funny.
Hey,
I do love.
Now that
I mean,
is- what the?
I know I said I don't like Pokemon wearing clothes, but I do like the ripped yoga pants and how it looks like it's wearing like ties in the hair, but it's the ears instead.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah,
This is a really good improvement. I'd give this a 4.
Yeah, I'll say 5. I think this is
Smash.
one of the better Mega Pokemon.
Smash. Moving on.
All right. Miss Magius.
Ooh.
Also great.
Miss-
I love
the
Miss
Misdreavus,
Magius. I like
yeah.
Misdreavus. This is like a good new evolution. I think Misdreavus needed an evolution,
Yeah.
and this is great. It's the Witch Hat Pokemon.
It is a Witch Hat Pokemon. That's cool.
Yeah, I think this is. I
have nothing to add.
Sorry. Yeah, I like the colors a lot. It is very like witch-like, spiritual, mischievous, and just a big fucking hat that's way too big for the head, which is not normally something I go for the way Masters, but in this case, I really like that.
Well,
Like it's hiding under its own hat.
Yeah, specifically, I like that its head is kind of hidden inside.
Yeah.
I think this is a 5 for me. I think this is really great.
I'm gonna say 4.
I could see that.
I like it.
4. Yeah, 4.
I've never been like super crazy about it, but yeah, that's good. Honchkrow. This is another hat Pokemon.
Also great.
It's the
That's
hat
a
generation.
That's literally a fedora. What?
It's the Mafia Pokemon.
Oh, dude, hang on. I gotta show you there's an animation of this guy in one of the games where it literally tips its hat as it's dying.
I mean, I can tell that it would do that.
Honchkrow death animation. Let me pull this up.
How can it tip its hat? It's literally its head.
Okay, here we
It'd
go.
be like tipping your own eyebrows.
Why the eyebrows? Why
Tips
not the hair?
Fedora. Look at that. Boop.
Yeah.
Tips
Pretty
hat. Magician.
Milady.
Milady.
Punny. Yeah, that aside, Honchkrow, I never liked how fat he is, to be honest.
Oh, I kind of like that he's
I
beefy.
do love a fat bird.
I like how I like how he has like the big like collar on his neck that kind of looks like a beard, but it's not really actually a beard. And I like his mafia vibes. I think this guy's good. Like a 4.
I like the idea of it more than I like the actual design, basically. So I'd say I'm honestly saying 2. I've never liked it
Damn.
visually. I think the idea that he's a mob boss and controls a murder of crows is really, really cool, but I don't think he looks cool.
I quite like him.
What'd
It's
you
like a
rate,
low
Yannick?
4.
I'll give him a 3, I guess.
Alright. Glameow.
I like.
It's a cat with a tail.
Yeah, I like this better than Skitty. I think it's like the rich cat vibe.
Skibbity?
Skibbity.
Skitty. not skinny toilet. I think I like the curly tail. I like how it looks like the fluffy piece of wool in his tail that kind of looks like he would be chasing his own tail, because it looks like a cat toy. And I like the eyes. I like the slick, sly eyes and the big ears. It looks fancy.
I hate the ears. I hate how it's all connected into one headpiece. I don't get it.
I don't think that's... I think it gives the head an interesting shape.
I don't like it at all. I don't like the eyes. I don't like the pink eyelids.
I don't like the little protrusions it has on its body. It's like it's
I
meant to
kind of
look
like that.
fluffy fur, but it really just looks like little growths.
Oh, I don't. I think it looks like ruffled.
I'll give this guy a 2.
I'm
I don't like it at all.
I'd give it a 2.
I'll say 4.
Yeah.
I think 4. I think this is a good snooty cat Pokemon.
Perugly.
That's a wide stance, my guy.
This
No one's gonna tip you over.
See, this is where I do start getting issues with the head shape.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the head shape sucks.
It's like
worse. But this one I actually,
Ragu.
I don't. There are things I like about it. I like its angry looking. I just like how angry it looks. I love the fucked up whiskers that kind of look like some kind of speech
like the
bubble or
whiskers.
something.
It's like a bulldog, but a cat.
Yeah, I guess so. I like it.
I like the idea.
It's like wearing a ripped tank top or something.
It is. Yeah. I like the idea of like the fat angry cat, but I just don't like this is where I take issue with the ears. I think here the head shape actually does start looking bad, and I also don't like the body proportions and the weirdly thick neck.
I think that's fine, but
It's like literally like a roided up muscle dog.
I also don't like
That's a
how
cat.
small the paws are compared to the arms. That just all looks a little weird to me. So this is a 2 for me.
yeah, I'll say 2 as well. I don't like it.
Yeah, 2.
I also like how weirdly fast it is in the game, for some reason. Chingling. Pre-evolution of Chimeco, because everybody asked for that.
I do like Chimeco, and
I
I think
had a
Chingling.
feeling.
Like this is, I didn't need this. I like Chimeco. I didn't need a pre-evolution, but I do think this guy's cute.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a good enough design where
He's okay.
it can
Yeah.
stay.
I like how the little sound holes on the bell become cheeks, and how the line on the bell is a mouth. Like that just works.
Yeah.
Like it's a pretty nice, clean, simple design that takes the properties of the object and actually makes them look part of the Pokemon. I like
like
this guy. I think
Baymax.
he didn't need to
Yeah, he does
exist,
look
but I'm
like
glad he
Baymax.
does. He does. I'll say 4.
I'll say 3. It's good enough. Stunky.
It's a
1.
butt. It's a stink Pokemon and it's a butt.
Fucking ass face having ass.
Yeah, I do hate the face.
Face having
Even if it's
ass.
like it's a funny idea to make the face look like a butt because it's a skunk, but it just looks bad.
I don't even think
That's
face
shit.
looks like a butt all that much. But
That is a 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
I actually kind of like the colors, but I do hate. You know what? I do hate the face and the eyes. Not necessarily because it
eyes.
looks like a butt. I just hate how weirdly fat.
And a little squished
yeah, no,
nose and it's
I don't
bad.
dislike that it looks like a butt. I just dislike how the face ends up looking because they want to do the butt thing. And I guess the eyes are also like it looks like the skin is being stretched away from his eyes,
Yeah.
and that looks
yeah.
looks really unsettling as well. And the body type's just kind of whatever.
A little soft contact.
It's weird how the body kind of morphs into the tail, but then the legs go behind the tail. That's a little weird.
Yeah.
I'll say 2.
1.
Dang. Skuntank.
I do like Skuntank.
Same. That's a 2.
Yeah.
I love how I do like how the tail becomes his hair.
It's like
it
a
wraps
pompadour.
around. It
Yeah.
wraps around his body to become a pompadour. I think that's fun.
Another edgy looking dude.
Yeah, definitely. But I think this guy's funny.
Yeah.
I'll say 3.
The face is a lot better this time. It doesn't have like the extraneous details that made me not like Stunky. So this is a lot better realized. So yeah, 3. Bronzor.
Just a little guy.
It's a metal thing. And
Just a little plate of metal.
Yeah,
It's just a little thing.
it's just a little thing.
I kind of like this guy.
I kind of don't. It's just nothing to me.
I think I'd
I
like
kinda-
him a lot better if he didn't have the thing in the middle that looks like a big stupid nose.
I kind of like that.
Yeah,
I also
no,
don't like how
that's
you
fine.
can't really. I'm still not sure if he's supposed to have like a mouth, but it
I
kind
don't
of looks
think
like he's
so.
smiling.
It really does, and I don't like that either.
I kind of like him thinking of it as a mouth, but I prefer him without it.
I just don't like that it
Same.
just looks like an inanimate object, frankly. It's just a thing with
I-
eyes.
I kind
How
of
does
like that.
how does it move?
It just floats.
I guess
just
it's
floats.
psychic. Yeah.
It floats. I think this guy has like the same vibe as Unknown, but I like it better.
I don't
But I'm
know
not
what they're
like
going for.
I'm not like whelmed by it, so I'll say a 3.
I'm saying 2.
I'll go 3.
Oh, my music stopped. My lo-fi Hisuian music. Why do I have so
Now
many
this
fucking
is a
windows
now
open?
this is a guy.
Bronzong's great.
Bronzong, yeah. Yeah, you know what? This is a lot better. It actually looks like something. I don't know what, but something. Like some
think
kind
this
of
might be
ancient
like-
machine, I guess.
One of my
It-
favorite categories of Pokemon is like these weird ancient metal beings.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the same vibe. Like this is like the same vibe as Baltoy in a way, but like the vibe that Claydol fails to capture.
Yeah.
Like a weird little ancient thing that has come alive.
Yeah.
I like Bronzong a lot. Maybe enough to give it a 5, but I'll say 4 probably.
I'll say 4.
I'll do 5.
4 is good.
I'll go for a 5.
Alright. Bonsly.
It's Pseudo Wudo.
Yeah, it's Sudowoodo's
little.
pre-evolution, which we didn't need.
Yeah. This is the last generation that had baby Pokemon for a good reason. Nobody liked them.
Yeah, they're just not that good.
I like he's like a little anxious.
I do
Yeah.
like his vibe, yeah. It's like a scared little guy. And I kind of like the idea of it being a bonsai tree, which evolves into Sudowoodo, or like pretending to be a bonsai
yeah.
tree.
And it's like still in a
But,
pot, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. I like the design elements of it, but I just don't think we need a baby Pokemon evolution, especially not of Sudowoodo, which
Yeah.
kind of like has its own joke that didn't need
Everybody's
to be repeated.
favorite Pokemon, Pseudo Wudo.
I'll say 2. Oh, I'll say 3, I guess. I think he's pretty
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, 3's fine. Next we have Pedophile Jr.
Hey,
1.
whoa. This isn't Hypno. What do you mean?
I just don't understand why we need to acknowledge Mr. Mime's existence once again. Could we just not forget that he exists and not acknowledge him or do anything with him?
I agree.
Also, this guy
but
looks
at least
nothing
this is a
like
design,
Mr.
a good
Mime.
design.
I guess so, yeah.
They should make a Mrs. Mime. Why is there only Mr. Mime?
Jesus Christ, look at him.
Do we need a Mrs. Mime?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I mean,
I
Mime,
guess-
Mime Jr.
I guess
is a better
Ash's,
design.
I guess Ash's mom is Mrs. Mime.
Yeah, I like how colorful this guy is. I like the pose.
I just don't like the...
the hair and all. I like it. I just like it overall. Again,
I just don't
another
like
Pokemon
the-
that doesn't need to exist, but at least they did make it a good
Yeah.
design.
I guess. I just don't like the pudgy little fat that's drooping over his underpants.
He doesn't
that's
really have anything. Like, he shares nothing with Mr. Mime.
That is true.
I guess he's
Guess-
more like a clown.
I guess the colors.
I guess
It
I'll say
looks-
2.
Looks like a stupid nightcap. It's like, it doesn't look like a clown at all.
I like that though. I'm gonna say 4 for Mime Jr.
I'll go for 2. I don't like it.
Yeah, 2's right. Feels right.
Happiny. Chansey Prevo.
Oh my god,
I don't-
another one?
I don't know why.
Yep.
I don't know why.
We need another. We need
I
another
will say,
small pink
this
thing.
is much better than Chansey.
It is cute.
Is it?
I
don't
think
like
so.
But
I like that
agree,
it's got its hair up in a stupid, like...
ponytail.
Yeah.
Like a vertical ponytail, like you do with little kids.
Yeah, at least it has good like little toddler vibes, like a baby Pokemon, I guess, is supposed to capture without feeling too freaky or like weirdly childlike. I think it's kind of cute. I also still think it doesn't need to exist, but I'll give it a 2.
A 1, honestly. I don't like it at all.
I'll do a 3.
Chatot.
0.
0?
I have a vendetta. I am a parrot owner and lover.
I was about
and
to say, you're like the target audience.
Yeah, but they made him look like a fucking asshole.
See, I know why Whoops doesn't like Chatot, because he played a game of Pokemon against somebody, and they recorded their Chatot saying a slur. So
I
that
got
when
to
it
call
came
a
out,
slur
it
via Chatot.
It got yelled at. The gimmick with this Pokemon is that you could record something, like you could record a sound or something, and so whenever you sent it out in battle, it would replay that sound.
Oh, that's always a great thing to put in your game.
Exactly.
Unmoderated user content.
Everybody used it very responsibly in 2007.
Yeah, no trends or
I don't know, I just, aside from looking like an asshole, and I don't like that they made the parrot look like an asshole, I don't like how his head just looks like a music note. I think that's way too on the nose, and it just looks unnatural.
Pokemon
Like
comes out, kill yourself.
Like, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't look like even if it could have been like a feather on its head, that kind of makes it look like a music note, but no, it's just like that's the shape of his head. There's just a protrusion there, just to bring home the idea of this looks like a music note, and I just can't really buy it as a way a natural creature would exist. I guess even in the context of Pokemon, that feels a little on the nose.
I don't know. I like that about it. I think it's cool. I like the color design. I even like its angry expression. I'd also be angry if I was, told the things that I was told in this game.
And I guess the 0 is more like, I just wish there was a better parrot Pokemon, because I don't really like Chatot, and I think Squawkabilly is awful. But that's like Gen 9.
Yeah.
And that's the only 2 parrot Pokemon we have. We just need a cute, good parrot Pokemon that captures the vibe, and we just don't have that. So I'm just gonna go give Chatot a 1 out of personal issues.
See, I like this Pokemon because it's racist. So that's a 3.
I'll say 4. I've always liked Chatot. There's also there was a meme of a community I used to be in, the Twitch Plays Pokemon community. This Pokemon was a big meme over there. It's a long story. I have a lot of stories about Chatot. Spiritomb.
What the fuck?
It's a possessed rock.
Yep.
Basically.
Okay.
This is the first Pokemon that had no weaknesses, right? Oh no, Sableye before this, right?
Well, there's Fairy.
Yeah, but Fairy didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
Oh.
This one
is the slowest Pokemon in the game, right?
No.
It's not?
No.
Oh, look, it's got 3 speed.
I thought it was.
Surely there's someone with less than 3, otherwise that would just be the lowest.
Oh no, it does not. I know why. In the Diamond and Pearl remake, you can make your Pokemon follow you behind you, and this one is the slowest because it's just a rock.
Yeah.
And I thought that was based on in-game speed, but I guess not. But you see like this thing crawling behind you, trying to move the rock forward, while the ghost body just drags it around, and it's so slow.
That is pretty funny. I've never really liked this
don't
guy,
mind
though.
this guy.
It looks ridiculous in a way that I don't appreciate. It's like a funny ghost, and I don't think it's supposed to be spooky, and I don't know. It doesn't work. Like, I don't like the colors. The colors are too, vibrant and weird to be spooky. The face is too exaggerated and comical. It's got like a jack-o'-lantern face.
I don't mind this look, but I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just like a cartoonish spooky that I've never really been into. So I'll say 2. I like the idea of it, at least.
I think it looks fine. I like the colors. I like the green. I think the idea is fine, so I'll say a 3.
I'll go. Yeah, it looks like a mess, honestly.
It is
2.
a mess. Gibble. For some reason, the pseudo-legend is in the middle of the decks this generation. So, we start with
What the hell
Gibble,
not?
and this guy's a 5. He's a ball that's also a shark.
It's just all face.
I love this guy.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah,
guy.
this is
Look
a
at
good
this
guy.
guy.
It's pronounced Gibble.
No.
Gibble. Yeah, I like Gibble as well. I think he's cute. I don't think he's a 5, but also I'll give him a 4.
He's perfect. I mean, why is he not a 5? He's perfect. You may not like it, but this is what peak MILF performance looks like.
I can't deny. I don't know. I just have no particular personal love for him, but I do appreciate him.
Alright. Panic.
He's no
That's a
Bastiodon.
Yeah! I need to appreciate the little round fucker. Gabite.
That's much worse.
It's the middle evolution syndrome, but for the
Why-
pseudo legendary.
Why
I
is
mean-
he standing like that?
I kind of agree, but it's also so different from Gibble that I don't think it really has a middle evolution problem. Like,
Yeah,
fine.
but it's overly similar to Garchomp.
It does look like Diet Garchomp. I will agree.
It just looked like Garchomp got like a bad day or something.
It's fine though. Like Diet Garchomp is still cool, so I'll give this guy a 4.
Yeah, sure, but I just don't think it needed to exist. I'll give it a 3.
Nah, it needed to exist. We can't go from Gibble to Garchomp instantly.
I guess not. I'll
Sure
still
we
give it a 3 though.
5, 30, 86.
Garchomp fucks.
Yeah, he fucks.
Yeah, he fucks your entire team up.
This is like one of the coolest pseudo legendaries. Like it's still like dragon-like, but it doesn't have the just boring like winged flying guy. He's like a sandy ground dragon, which is
Even
great.
though he can fly, which is the coolest shit ever.
He does, yeah.
He's a
Yeah, this
he's
guy's
a
great.
hammerhead shark, and that's one of the coolest animals ever. It's just, yeah, everything about this guy just rules.
Yeah, this guy's sick.
Yeah. Do you agree, Panic?
Yes.
Okay.
5.
Excellent.
5s across the board.
Mega Garchomp ruined
Nope.
it.
Nope.
No.
Nope. 1. Why does he have teeth? Why does he have teeth on his chest?
Oh, it looks like a big open jacket.
He's like ripped open.
I
I actually do like that about it, but I hate the fucking scythe arms. Like
The scythe arms
this is
are
what
stupid.
this is what I don't like about Mega Evolution. I hate how some Mega Evolutions just look like biomechanical death machines instead of actual creatures that would exist in a world.
Like this is like like Garchomp just hates what he became.
Yeah. And I would too. I also hate what it became.
It's like genetically evolved to be just completely misformed and to become a
How
killer machine,
does it
but he
wipe
hates
its ass?
life. He hates being alive. I also like the weird little bump on his head.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
don't know. It just looks,
Yeah.
the head shape's kind of weird. Yeah, this is one of the worst megas, I'd say.
Yeah, this is bad.
I'll go 1.
1.
I
Panic.
don't hate him that much.
That's fair.
3, I guess.
All right.
I do like the ripped open like Rockstar jacket.
That is a cool thing about him. Munchlax is the baby Pokemon that should exist because he is great. I love Snorlax already, but this is a great pre-Evo. I love it.
I don't really care about Munchlax. I think he's fine.
I just love how
I don't
chubby
think
and
Snorlax-
shaggy he looks. It's great.
I do like his vibe. I just don't like Snorlax having a pre-evolution. But I don't know. I don't mind it, I guess.
They
I'll say
did-
2.
They did help sell it really well by putting it in one of the movies where it's where it's like a comic relief guy. and it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. He eats a lot.
So
And then he becomes Snorlax and sleeps a lot.
yeah, I'm giving this guy a 5. This guy rules.
Damn.
I love Munchlax.
No, I don't have any particular. I don't have any particular love for Munchlax, unfortunately. That's a 2.
Unfortunate.
I don't really care about this guy. That's a 2. I like the ears. They're too tall.
No, they're not. Great. Okay.
Looks fucking stupid, Moss.
Riolu.
Yeah,
okay.
Is that a furry sigh?
No, it's because we're getting to Lucario, and I hate Lucario.
I think Riolu is pretty cute. I like how it's falling over. Oh, it looks like it's falling over. Like it's trying to
does
throw a punch, and it's just not really there yet.
Yeah. I like it. I'll say 3, maybe a 4. I'll go 4.
Yeah, I'll say 4.
I
4.
I just like black and blue. What can I say?
It is a good. It's also good blue. It's like not too bright, but not too.
They made this guy so that you could
Cute.
put him on the same team as Luxray.
Yeah, like the kid that has Luxray and Staraptor and Infernape, I guess maybe, also has Lucario. 100%.
Polygon. That's my pick. Because he's also black
I guess
and
that
blue.
works too. Yeah. Yeah, true. So all 4s?
I don't know. No. I don't know. I have no idea. Guess 3. Just completely nothing.
Now, Lucario, I've always imagined... I still call him Rucario, because I remember that being the name it had when it was posted online. And it didn't have an English.
This guy, hugely popular, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he? Is he's in Smash, isn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
Smash Bros. But he
Yep.
does like weird darkness and psychic attacks.
Yeah,
and
he's
that.
like aura type thing.
But this guy is like fighting and steel.
He senses
Makes no
auras.
sense.
That's like that's his thing.
I guess.
He's like
He
a
also
Category
talks.
aura.
I think there's like some kind of.
Awesome.
I think there was some kind of DBZ influence with this guy and the
Yes, that's
abilities
kind
he's got. Because I think he
al-
uses
this
aura
is like-
sphere like a Kamehameha. Or a Kamehameha.
Also, like,
Yeah.
Lopunny's a furry Pokemon, but this is a furry Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, this is the quintessential furry Pokemon. Like, there's an entire generation of furries that's probably spawned by the existence of Lucario.
Oh yeah.
I
He's
don't
very
love-
DeviantArt. OC.
I don't love. Yeah, exactly. That's his vibe. I don't love him.
It's like how you make Blank the Hedgehog. This is like the Hedgehog Pokemon. you make your self version of this.
Yeah, you're Sonic OC. 100%.
Right.
Yeah, I don't love this guy. I don't like how he talks. He just talks to people like he understands human speech.
Well, I think that's just the.
And he
the
speaks-
Movie. I don't know if that's really. It's fake.
I guess. I don't know. I take that into account. I guess if that's like an important part of the movies, that he's like fully sentient and basically has the same mental capacity as a human, and I don't love that.
I've always liked.
I
the
think he
design,
looks-
though. I always thought he looked cool.
I think the design's fine. I just don't like the vibe. I guess. I'll say 3.
3.
I'm gonna go 4.
He's got hips for days though. Jesus.
You know, this is a Pokemon that looks like it's wearing clothes. I will say that. It literally is.
He's got-
It's literally wearing shorts.
Right.
Yes.
That's strange. Mega Lucario is fucking awesome.
This guy.
Yeah, this
This
guy
guy.
fucks.
Yeah.
This is a great improvement. Also, its episode in the anime where it literally tries to kill Pikachu is fucking awesome.
Yeah, he does look a lot more villainous. Like Lucario is kind of neutral, or maybe more on the good side. This guy just does look like a.
He went
Like a
from
villain.
he went from aura sensing to aura farming.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy's pretty awesome. I'll give him a 4.
That was a 5.
You get it 4.
Yeah. Hippopotas.
I don't like the big nose thing. Like we can
What
see
the-
inside his nose.
I hate this guy. This is a 1.
Yeah, I don't like that, but I do like the.
It doesn't look like a
pattern on its
Pokemon.
body.
Looks like some early 2000s Cartoon Network
It does.
bullshit.
The eyes are something, and the eyes and the nostrils are a real issue for me.
Yeah. The head's not good, but I like the camo pattern on its back.
Yeah, the body's fine.
I'll give him a 2.
Yeah, 2 is for that.
Hippowdon.
I love this guy.
Yeah, this
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 guy's
is-
awesome,
yeah,
actually.
this fixes the problems we had with Hippopotas.
I think this is a perfect design, pretty much. I love the just a sand hippo, and it has all the hippo vibes of just hanging around in the water, except it's just in the desert, burying himself in sand.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's just so great.
Not enough
And I
hippo Pokemon. Hippos are fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy looks like you would not want to fuck with him. Like
You
you
pop
are
out the
walking,
sand and just bite you in half.
you are walking in a big curve around this guy if you meet him.
I'll go get a snack real quick. This guy's a 5.
Yeah, this was also one of my favorite Pokemon at the time and still is. I'm gonna say just like 6 out of 5. I have no remarks and only bonus points to give.
I'll say 4 because I don't love him that much, but I get the appeal. I see the vision. Scorbunny is a
It's a little.
You know what? This is fine. This is weird in a
Yeah.
in a cool bug way. I just
Yeah,
love how,
that's the
yeah, I just love how
freaky
fucky
bug
he is.
vibes.
I love the like coiled bug tail. There's something about it so like it's gross and freaky, but that's what it should be. It's a bug. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever see this guy in my house. I will scream and cry and burn everything down.
And that's how bug Pokemon should be, kind of. Well, they can also be cute, but not like weird cute.
Yeah.
This guy's kind of weird cute as well.
I don't think this guy's cute at all. He's
Scorbunny.
just straight up weird.
Skorupi Putroopy.
Are you inventing brain rot?
Yeah. This guy is
I like it.
strange.
He's a 4.
I'll say 3.
I go 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll go 3 as well.
Drapion.
I don't like Drapion.
You know, Drapion's
Much-
weird because I remember really liking this Pokemon before I even had before I even had a Nintendo DS to play Diamond and Pearl on. I just saw the Pokemon on Pokemon.com. I did what we were doing right now, except I was 12 years old, and I'm like, this guy's cool. But nowadays I look at him and I'm like, why is he like this?
It's like you squint and you think you're looking at a Nidoking, but then you open your eyes and you're just like, what the fuck am I looking at? I hate how the arms are attached to its head.
I don't know if I hate that, but I hate that he has a long neck along with it, I guess, if that makes sense. Like I don't know, the
Yes,
entire
I guess.
thing altogether I just don't like.
It just looks like an accident.
Kinda
I
does.
don't.
It's like a
It is
like
a
a centaur.
freaky mutation. Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't like it. Like, I don't know what the white thing on his face is like coming from his mouth, but it kind of looks like a mustache,
Yeah.
like
I
mutton
also just-
chops.
like mutton chops, something like that. But it's coming out of his mouth. Yeah, this guy's not great. I also don't like how spiky the arms are, but then how pudgy the body is. I feel like it should have been just the same for either.
Yeah.
It's just all over the place.
Yeah.
This guy is a mess.
Yeah.
I'll say 2.
2. I want to like it more. I wish I liked what they were going for.
Yeah, 2. 2 is fine.
Krogunk.
This guy. I really like this guy.
This guy's face is awesome. what a shitter.
This guy's a fucking shithead. I love poison Pokemon.
Did I do that?
I just love poison type Pokemon that look like little assholes.
This guy's
And
fucking
this-
great. That's a 5.
Yep.
His
Krogan's
entire
awesome.
vibe is awesome.
His entire vibe is fuck you. Yeah, you know what? This is good. I'll give him a 4. I don't love him, but
I'm saying 5 as well. Krogunk's great. Also, poison fighting is a really cool type combination.
that is good. Toxicroak. I don't like as much.
I like him quite a bit less.
Yeah.
This guy hits the beach with the fuckboy weasel.
Like then they come up to you asking you for a threesome with
Right.
Toxic
Yeah,
Croc
no.
and
Hey.
Floatzel.
Me and my bro like your vibe.
Floatzel comes up asking if you want to fuck. Toxic Crow comes up asking if you have a vape or something.
That's true.
If you got
I just
weed
feel
on
like
you.
those two would be the ones on the street asking high school girls to hang out. Come have some fun with us.
Yeah, I like this guy a lot less. I don't know if I actively dislike him, but I do like him a lot less.
This is one of those Pokemon that's intentionally meant to be ugly. So that
Yeah.
aspect of it, I don't hate. Like, I actually like. For that reason, I don't dislike the colors or the large poison sac on its neck. But then it's like, why does it have these claws? What's the point of that? And I don't love the lines. I don't love the
I don't
random
love
tail, the random toes that are different colors. It's like there are just weird details about this that I'm just not
Yeah, like the
understanding.
weirdly big upper lip looks a little weird. And I don't love the spike on its head as well.
I don't know. I like him quite a lot.
Someone
I think I'm gonna go. I don't actively disliking everything. I think there's enough that I like, but also enough that I dislike that it just sort of balances out to a 3. He's at least like somewhat interesting.
I like that he still looks like a shitter, just bigger.
Yeah,
Like he's got the
definitely a
same mischievous face.
I'll say 2. I mean, he's not that bad, but I've never liked him.
I'll go to a 4. If Krogunk was a 5, this is a 4.
Now, this is maybe possibly my least favorite Pokemon of all time, just because.
Damn.
No.
If you ask me, like, what Pokemon have they ever made where there was literally no point, and if they was removed, nobody would care or even notice, I'd go with Carnivine. That's my
I mean,
first answer.
you are correct. It is actually the partner Pokemon for James in the anime.
I did know that, yeah.
But he
eats him.
already has Victory Bell.
Yeah. They just
This is
redid
basically like the
Victory Bell.
Victor Bill. Like, because Victory Bill keeps eating James, and then this guy starts eating James.
Yeah. Except this guy just looks fucking stupid.
I don't know.
Like, you'd have to be
I
an
agree that he
idiot.
doesn't.
Like, Victory Bell at least looks threatening, and it also looks nondescript enough where you can understand it being trapped. If you get eaten by a Carnivine, you're fucking stupid. Like, you're just an idiot. This guy looks stupid. He looks like he would only capture things that are even dumber than it, which doesn't seem like it should be a lot of things.
What freaks me out, like weirds me out, is that it looks like he's balding, first of all. 'Cause he's got the tufts on the sides. Then he's staring at you with those big, stupid eyes. And then, I don't know if it's the ankle, but the middle tooth looks like a big, long nose. He just looks like a fucking creepy old man.
It's just bad. Everything about this guy is bad.
He just
I
sucks.
agree that he
he's not
just
even
doesn't.
strong. He's not even good in the game. This thing's fucking useless.
He could at least be good.
Yeah.
I agree that he doesn't need to exist. I think design-wise, he's not like among the worst Pokemon. I'll give him a 2.
That's a 1.
This is a big one for me. Finneon.
Finneon and Furbion.
Are we gonna have some Finny fun, boys?
This guy's cute. That's
Yeah,
a fish.
I like Finion.
Finion.
Funyun.
I like Finion.
I like Funyuns.
I love fun.
Funyuns. I like. Yeah, I like the colors. I like the tail that looks like a butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, cute little fish.
I like bunny ears. That's a great fish.
Yeah, that's a cute fish. I'll say 4.
Yeah. This is
Smash.
like
Moving on.
this is supposed to be like the Goldeen of this generation, except it's actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
4.
is good, yeah.
Luminion.
I'll do 4.
So this is
Yeah.
often quoted as the most forgettable Pokemon, and I don't
That's-
really get why, because there's way more forgettable Pokemon across most generations.
I just think this is a big downgrade. It's like it's
It
too
i-
much.
It is a big downgrade, I will agree. I don't think it's good, but I think it's somewhat memorable.
I don't think it's a downgrade necessarily. Maybe just a lateral. I mean, like
Yeah.
this is also a Pokemon where they could have done more. They probably should have. Like this deserves another evolution where it's a fairy type. But I like it. That's fine. As far as, you know, generic fish Pokemon go, like, sure, it's got something to it. I like the colors, once again, black and blue, so there's that. I like the pink
Is this
eye.
just the black and blue gen?
That's right.
I don't know. I think I have similar issues with this as with Floatzel. It just looks too into me.
I mean, I guess it's kind of the same problem I have with, like, Goldeen going to Seeking. Seeking is just...
Seeking is nothing.
Well, Seeking was
literally
nothing. It was just a goldfish.
Seeking is a fucking nothing burger. I feel the same way about this.
It is a little bit of a nothing burger. I think it's still acceptable.
I think
I'll say a 2.
The colors and the wings give it enough where I can appreciate it a little bit.
I'll give it a 3.
If it wasn't for the face, I'd give it a 3. But I don't like the face. I don't like the smirk.
I'll give it a 3. I like that it's smug. Mantike. There's
This did not need
another
to
baby
exist.
Pokemon.
What
I
does
love
this become?
I love Mantine, but this did not need to exist.
Mantine.
I don't think I was here for Mantine.
Oh, Mantine's
It's
pretty
the
good.
stingray
Man-
Pokemon.
Mantine.
Oh, it's a what's it
Oh,
fucking
the
called?
manta ray.
With the Remorates on it?
Yes, it's a what's it called? The manta ray, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a stingray.
I will say
But
this.
yeah, I like it.
I will. This has a smiley face on its back, so that's the one fun
nice.
thing about it. Where is it? Mantike
did-
back shots.
Yeah, right. Look up back shot.
Yeah, there it is.
That's awesome.
Look at this little face.
I do.
This guy
is
was
pretty cute.
made to be a plushie.
I mean, for what it's worth, Mantine
I think
also has something like this on its back, but
I think
This is funnier.
I think Mantike's also based on like a kid's, like a little blanket or something, or like I think
Oh.
it's supposed to look like that,
that makes sense.
like a little nappy, or like a chew cloth that kids have. I think it's supposed to be based on that.
I like this guy.
Yeah,
I guess he's
like
kinda
it.
cute.
It's okay.
I'll give it a 4.
I'll say 3.
3. Yeah.
Moving on to Donald Snuffer.
I like this guy.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's a little weird. I like how he has no mouth again.
Yeah, he doesn't have a mouth.
I do like
he's-
Pokemon with no mouth.
Just a little
The
weird
problem
eyes
with
guy.
this guy is that I feel like they already did the like ice traveler design well with
Oh yeah, they did
with,
the
Snorunt.
Inuit little guy, right? Yeah.
That's true. Snorunt is way better.
Because like I like that this
But I
guy's
do-
wearing a hat. I like that it's I don't know. It's just got like this wilderness vibe to it. But I think Snover already did that really.
It looks
good.
more like a bamboo shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's like
Even with
supposed
the
to be
arms.
some kind of.
It looks like a
Some-
plant.
He is a plant.
Yeah,
he's
he's
grass
got some
type.
ice.
He's grass
Oh.
ice type.
Why is he mountain themed?
Snowy
This guy's-
trees, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah,
This guy's
um,
strange. I don't like him.
Yeah, I guess I agree that Snorunt is just kind of the same idea but way better. I think he's fine though. I'll say 3.
Yeah, this is still fine on its own. Also, 3 out of 5.
I'll do it 2. And then Obama Snow.
Obama.
Obama, Barack Obama Snow. I think this guy's great. He's like a abominable snowman, but he's
And
a
he's
tree.
7'3", so
he is
properly
huge.
big.
It's like 2 Nido
Played an
Kings.
Obama sound.
I think this guy's. I think it's like an abominable snowman that's also a plant. I think this
Obama.
guy's great.
Obama Snow.
Soda.
I've never liked this guy.
Soda!
I've never thought he was good.
He's got like tussles on his tits. Why does he have that?
I don't know.
To keep them warm, keep his nipples warm.
To keep them toasty.
I don't know. I like his big mustache.
I do
I
like
think that's
that,
funny.
The Jamie Heineman
Yeah.
mustache.
And I think grass ice is just a cool type combination that gets fucked up by fire so badly.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's like I like that Obama Snow exists, but I don't love the design all that much.
I guess I can see that. I think there's a better version of this design that could have existed, but I still like what we got.
Probably.
I'll say
give it-
4.
I'll give him a high 3. But that's still a 3, so.
I'm giving him a 2. And then Mega Abomasnow.
I think
That's a ice graveler.
Yeah, I don't like this as much. I think. Well, I kind of like the vibe, but I don't like the body shape.
I just kind of... This is just kind of a mess. I'm not really sure what they were going for with this thing, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a
little
big
weird.
snowflake, I guess?
Something like that.
It's just
I
like...
kind of like how ruffled he is. Like it looks like it's like a cat putting his hairs up.
Yeah, right.
Kind of, but I think it's too much.
But yeah, I agree. It's too much.
His hackles are raised.
There's like too many shapes in this. I don't like how
His
complex it is.
hackles raised. Jimmy's rustled.
Yeah, I don't love him. I'll say 2.
2.
I'll go with another 3. I like him because he looks like Graveler, kind of. Like, Graveler is an underrated Pokemon.
If you say
I always
so.
loved Graveler.
Now we're coming to the 5th Pokemon of the
Yeah. So
the
DeviantArt.
Lucario lover.
I remember before Diamond and Pearl came out, this guy was just known as Manula, which I still love that name a lot. And I was really disappointed to find out that it wasn't actually called Manula. It's now Weavile.
Manula.
Yeah. It just sounded cool.
Is this
That's
guy
a joke.
pre-evolution of something?
No, it's the evolution of Sneasel.
Oh, that's right. Sneasel.
Are you gonna give
It's
me
probably with a Z, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's.
Sneasel.
Oh, it's not.
Oh. I don't.
I
Like
think this
Sneasel.
guy. I think this guy did need an evolution.
I think
He looks
I
like
think
a
we-
pre-evolution. He's a lot more baby-looking than Sneasel.
Is he?
I think so. Like shorter arms and legs, bigger head.
I don't know if I agree with that.
The body is smaller. I don't
think-
know. I feel like
I think it's just the way they were illustrated.
it's just the way it's drawn, but I don't know.
I think this guy's fine.
I think this guy's great. 5 out of 5. He's fucking cool.
Really. I'll do a 3.
I think Ice and Dark is a really cool type combination, and I guess it kind of does deliver on that. And I kind of like how it's an ice type that isn't like made of ice or blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say 4 actually. He still somehow has something ice about him
He's
that
got,
I
like-
can't
he's got
really
ice
say
hair.
what.
I like that. I like that. It just looks like he's wearing a bunch of jewels or something. It's just really
That's like
cool.
an Aztec.
I guess if you saw him, you wouldn't really say that he's ice type, but it kind of weirdly works, and I can't really say why. But I kind of like that.
I love it.
Yeah, I guess I'll go 4.
Okay, fine. I could go 4.
Hell yeah. Magnezone.
Magnasoni.
I love Magnezone.
So we're
This
now
guy's
in we're
awesome.
now in all of the evolutions of old Pokemon territory.
This is a fucking 5. I love this.
Yeah, I like this guy.
Dang.
I think this is a good new evolution.
That's sick.
It's like a UFO magneton.
That's awesome.
I have always hated Magnezone. I'm surprised to hear.
Damn!
I always thought this guy just looked completely ridiculous, and I'm just like, why did they even evolve Magneton? What was
Because
the
it's
point?
a UFO.
I like that Magneton just becomes a UFO and it like has a big single eye, and the other guys on the side are just like, well, shit, we are the
Along for the
sidecast.
ride.
We
Like,
are
what
just
the
the
fuck?
we are the sidecast now.
I don't know. I've never liked that. But all right,
I like Magnezone.
maybe I
That's
am.
when they
four.
evolve.
I do like its antenna on the top. It's like it's got a
Yeah, that's
radio
fun.
signal thing.
I
I
like
guess
this
it,
guy.
I guess it is supposed to be alien and all. I never thought of it that way. It is kind of like a flying saucer, especially because in the games it actually like just hovers, and I think the magnets rotate.
It's
Yeah, it, like,
communicating
drones
with
around.
aliens. It's receiving signals of unknown origin while transmitting signals of unknown purpose.
Dang.
So, aliens real? Confirmed? I guess we already knew that. There's so many
Yeah.
alien Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. I'll give him a 4.
Now, next?
I'll say 2.
Yeah.
What'd you rate it, Panic?
5. I love this.
Okay.
Licky licky.
It's bad.
This guy fucking sucks.
It
a
is
one.
bad.
Another one that's just like, why?
Why is it beaming Wi-Fi to its dick?
Yeah. Why the Wi-Fi signal? Why everything about it?
I kind of like how he's wearing a bib, I guess. I think that's kind of funny. Like, he's eating so much that he has to wear a bib. But, yeah, otherwise, what I don't think we needed to acknowledge... Like, the thing I said about Mr. Mime goes here as well. We did not need to emphasize Licky Tongue again and give him more love.
Licky Tongue is a lot more tasteful than this.
He is.
Is this a pre or evolution?
Evolution.
Because this is way worse.
I think Licky Tongue is...
Licky Tongue is fine.
Yeah.
I think Licky Tongue's fine, I guess. I think I actually gave him a 3.
I think we rated him highly because we just loved how weird it was. But this is just stupid.
True.
Yeah, why did the tail go away? It's like
that was the best part.
Yeah, the tail was like one of the best parts.
Like that balances it out. The other one is just a big sack of shit.
Yeah, Licky Tongue also had a better pattern on his chest and a better face. This guy just sucks.
Just everything is better.
1.
This is a fucking 1.
Rhyperior.
I kind of like Rhyperior.
Yeah, this one's good.
7'10". What the fuck? This guy.
Like, I think
this guy's huge.
I think Rhydon was just not quite like beastly enough to be a final evolution.
Yeah, I think we agreed that we didn't dislike it, but we kind of wish there was more to it. And now they gave him armor.
I will say they look almost nothing alike.
Yeah, it's quite a departure, but it also requires an item to evolve. Like you give him an armor plating item.
Yeah, you give him.
So that's why he kind of looks different.
It's like his. I guess it's like he's got armor on, but he's already made of armor plating.
It's true.
He's double armor.
He also has a gun on his hand. In his hand.
Yeah. Yeah, he fires rocks from it. He shoots rocks at people. It's
cool.
That's great.
He's got a cod piece too.
A what?
Cod piece?
Oh.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know what.
He does have there is something sort of sumo wrestler about him.
I mean, doesn't he have like a dick protector?
Oh. Sure.
I also think
like
this guy
he's got one piece of armor on his dick.
I also like how this guy just looks like a digger. Like Rhydon has like the horn, but this guy looks like he actually just barrels through rock.
He does have like the vibe of wearing like a tool belt. He looks like a worker.
Yeah. Like he would be on a construction site,
right?
Just blasting through rock, which is cool. I like this guy. That's a 4.
Yeah, this is a 4.
You know what? Class solidarity. That's a 4.
Tangrowth.
Class conscious.
The evolution of me.
Of Tangela.
Yeah, I like Tangrowth. I've always found this one to be fun. It's basically just bigger Tangela. Like they didn't do too much with it.
Tangela is more elegant.
Tangela is definitely a lot like funnier.
Yeah,
because it's also got those stupid little red shoes.
Yeah,
right?
It's got the funny shoes.
I don't think I gave him a 5. I don't really like Tangela that much.
Also, in Tangela, they drew all the vines, and they kind of gave up. They're just like a big clump.
Yeah.
I kind of like that, though. Like,
it's got little wieners hanging off it.
Oh, you mean like that? Yeah, I guess the way they draw it is a bit underwhelming.
Looks like more like thick fur now.
But I kind of like how it's just a big pile of vines that isn't even really structured in any way. I don't know how I feel about the arms. I kind of like the big, long, swoopy arms, but I also kind of would have liked him without them.
I think that's cool. I love that. I think that escalates just the weirdness of this guy.
Yeah.
And it feels like a natural evolution. Gesundheit.
There we go. Thank you.
I guess I like him more the more I look at him.
I feel the opposite.
I'll say a 3. I think he's decent.
I'll give him a 4. He's not as good as Tangela, but I accept it. I respect him.
I'll give it a 2. I don't like the way all the tangles are done.
Yeah.
It's too thick.
I think it might be better in the games. I think this is just I think they might have just phoned it in for the illustration. Electivire. I think we were already
like this one.
kind of on I was particularly on Electabuzz, and I am even more on this guy.
I like this guy more.
He's definitely better.
Yeah. I like this guy more than Electabuzz. I think we were all not great on Electabuzz.
Electabuzz fucking sucks.
Yeah, Electabuzz just his face
But-
is weird.
but
This
Electabuzz-
guy,
had the pre-evolution that's kind of sick, right? With
Oh
the
yeah,
Elekid.
Elekid, yeah. We like
Elekid's cute. Yeah,
It's kind
I
of
like-
hilarious though that Electabuzz is such a afterthought that it had to be iterated in 2 separate games. Like it got a pre and a post evolution
Yeah.
after the fact.
I like Elekid. I like Electivire. I don't like Electabuzz. I think this is a substantial improvement. I like the mask. I like the red eyes. I like the weird,
Looks a
teethy
bit-
grin.
It looks
I like
very
his-
imposing.
I like how imposing it looks. I like it has like cables that it can use as like weird extra appendages. I think this guy's pretty cool. I think Electabuzz needed this guy to exist.
I agree, but I just don't like its body. I don't like how weird and hunched over it is. I don't like how it has no
Oh.
shoulders. Like its head is
I don't
just
like that.
attached to the entire thing, and I just don't like that about it at all.
I like how
No.
wide he is. I
It's
like his
the
wide
shoulders
stance.
are. It's like you think it's all just head hair, but I think the shoulders are like the second layer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're
can
like
see.
covered by the head. I don't know. I kind of like its wide stance. Makes it look imposing.
It's a little weird that it just has like a vertical stripe down the middle.
I don't mind that. I kind of like the mix between jagged stripes and straight lines. I like this guy.
Yeah,
I'll say
I like
4.
this guy. I could go with a 4. The more I look at him.
I'm going with a 2. I might have honestly said 1 if not for you guys being here to defend it. I've
Damn.
defended him.
Speaking of ones, this guy's a 1.
Magmortar.
This guy sucks.
You know what? I will defend Magmortar a little bit because I like that it's got flamethrowers, and I like that I like that its shoulders are on fire. I like it. I just think this is an improvement over Magmar.
I just hate the egg body. I just don't know why it has an egg as a body.
I agree that the fat body doesn't work, although that was kind of the problem with Magmar as well.
Yeah,
This was already.
they just
kinda
didn't
not
really
great.
solve the things that make Magmar weird. He's just still has a lot of the same weirdness as Magmar.
You know, like, in a way, I agree. Like, there was only so much they could do to fix this because this thing's a disaster. But I do think this is
Yes.
a really strong improvement. Like, I don't
I don't
love the
think I
body
agree.
and I don't love the lips, but I do like basically everything else about it.
I don't know. I don't like the shoulders.
I like the shoulders.
Just, I don't like the cannon. I think that's just a little too on the nose. It still has the Gen 1 generic legs that I don't like.
That's true.
Those are fine. Those are
It's a
fine.
one for
I
me.
like that it's just got like this nondescript face behind the lips. Just
I think this guy's really,
shady
really
looking
ugly.
eyes.
I
Like,
forget what I
I
rated.
I mean, he is ugly, but in a way that's kind of cool to me.
I forget what I rated Magmar, but I think this will be the same.
I like this worse than Magmar, and I don't even like Magmar.
This guy is
yeah.
the frontman of Insane Clown Posse.
He does look like a clown, which is not a great thing either. Yeah, this is. I could be. I'm not gonna go to 0 too far, but it does give sort of a very active negative interaction if I see him. So it's a 1.
Dang. I'm gonna give him a 4. Fuck yeah, Magmortar.
Damn.
Togekiss.
It's a plane.
Evolution.
Togepi turn into. Togepi turn into a plane.
Yeah. We. I don't think we liked Togetic much.
Nope. Togetic is a weird body. I think Togekiss is better. It's still not great.
I don't like Togekiss at all. I hate it. I hate this thing. I hate how it's just. I hate how its wings are just attached to the body like that. It's always been so weird to me.
That is a little weird. I do kind of like his face. He's just so happy.
I mean, the fact that it continuously gets bigger with the same face, it like makes the face worse every time.
It is kind of true, but I still think it's kind of cute. It's a little freaky, but I don't mind it. I'll say a 3.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I'm giving it a 1.
Togepiss. That's a 1.
Yan Mega.
This guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah, this guy. I mean, this guy. They had to evolve Yanma because this thing was fucking useless and pointless. So then, boom! Look at this guy.
That's
It
huge.
it just looks like a military special ops.
Yeah.
Like it looks so. It just looks like a military aircraft mixed with a I can't think of the English, a dragonfly. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Just an all-around improvement. I'd say 4.
I'll do 5. I like a big bug.
I'll go 4. I think it's not like it's a personal favorite, but I do think he's really cool.
Yeah. Leafeon.
Leafeon's very pretty.
Yeah,
I like
I've always liked
Hey.
this one. I've always thought this was one of the
Hey
better
guys.
ones. No. Wrong one.
Wrong one. Yeah.
I'm
What I like is that it's not.
Nobody makes Gooner jokes about Leafeon because it's literally...
because nobody knows about Leafeon.
Because the only way to get Leafeon is that you literally have to touch grass.
Yeah, that's true. What I like about this guy is that they didn't just make him full plant. It's like a weird half plant, half mammal creature, and it just works. It looks natural somehow. It's pretty. I think this is a perfect grass type evolution.
At what point does its ear become full leaf?
I don't know.
I guess slightly past the point where it
Because
becomes green.
there's like bits of the ear, like there's like little chunks of the leaf cut out. So at what point do you start cutting actual ear?
It's like grooming your Leafeon, and not
It's like
that,
you're
but grooming.
cutting its fur, and it's like, is this leaf or is it flesh? What am I about to trim?
I actually think this is one of my favorite, like top half of the evolution,
Yeah, this
which
is
is
one of the
a
best
high bar to
ones.
clear.
I agree.
I'll say 5.
I'm gonna say
Pretty
5
good.
too.
I'll do 3, 4.
Damn. Okay.
I'm looking at
Glaceon.
I'm looking at my shelf of evolutions now, just to get a good visualization of all those fuckers at once.
Hey, guys.
Glaceon's also pretty good. I like it less than Leafeon.
This one's fine, but I've never been all that into it.
I don't like its
just
bangs.
existed.
This is my sister's favorite Pokemon.
I don't like
So
that it
shout
has
out-
bangs.
Shout out to her.
This is
Also,
yeah.
its hair kind of looks like the backside of a tie.
Backside of a tie. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It looks a bit too much like hair, which is kind of a thing that throws me off. But I don't mind it otherwise. I like how crystalline it looks, like the diamond-shaped ears, and how it's again like not directly made of ice. Like it could have been 2 on the nose, but it's not.
I feel like
But
they
I
could have
don't-
pulled a Leafeon and just had the like tail and ears transition to ice crystals. I feel like they
I
could have
get-
done a lot more than they did here.
Yeah, I guess they could have done a bit more ice stuff, but I like how it's not 2 on the nose.
Like, if I just
I'll-
saw this, I don't think it would read as ice or water. It's like if Vaporeon didn't already exist. This could be anything.
I guess.
I don't know if I agree with that. I'll give it a 4. I think it's solid.
I think this is like a missed opportunity.
I'll say 3.
I'll say 2. I'm very disappointed in this one.
Gliscor.
Gliscor.
I love Gliscor.
This is some fucking Dragon Quest ass.
Yeah, well, I think that's what we said about Gligar as well.
Yeah, because they're the same Pokemon.
Nah, the vibe is completely different.
No, the vibe is the exact same. The other one is just in the air.
This guy's an asshole. Gligar's a good guy.
Look, this guy's purple, and this guy's deep purple. He's purple gray.
This guy's like a demon.
He's a
I
vampire.
like this guy.
He's a
I think he's
vampire
very
bat.
Both
Yeah.
of these belong in Dragon Quest.
They do.
I like this guy a lot. I think he's scary in a good way.
This guy. So you get into it. You go into a dungeon and you fight a bunch of these, and then this guy shows up at the very end.
Right. Yes.
Yes. I like Gliscor a lot. I think ground flying is an awesome type combination. I love ground types in general. And I think having a flying scorpion as like a ground flying type
What
is
about
great.
him makes him ground?
Because he's like a bug. He's like a sand bug that can both crawl in the sand and dig in the sand, but also
And then wouldn't
fly.
he just be bug type?
I don't know.
I guess
flying?
he could have been.
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Nothing about this guy reads as ground.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I like that his feet look like the smiling imp emoji. with the horns.
Yo, you like his
I can
feet,
see
huh?
that.
Yeah, that's why I like him.
Glycor feet.
I also love how this guy just has one big wing and he just glides around
Yeah, that's
instead of like
awesome.
having flappy wings. I love this guy. I think this is an
That's true.
awesome Pokemon. This is a 5 out of 5 for me.
This is a
I'll
5.
give it a 4.
Yeah, everything about him's cool.
Actually, we are liking a lot of the new evolutions.
I
We'll
guess-
say.
I
There's
guess
just
we-
also a lot of
Well,
them.
there were some earlier ones that we also rated, and they weren't very popular.
Yeah.
Mamoswine.
Mamoswine's awesome. I love Mamoswine. I love woolly mammoths, and I think this is a great woolly mammoth
I
Pokemon.
think I would like him a lot better if he didn't have the pig snout.
I kind of like the pig snout and the
I would
mustache.
agree as well. Like, there's something about him that always reads too goofy to me. That's just what I've always felt about it. It's like he's too goofy.
It puts a lot of perspective on his face that makes like it looks weird.
I think
like
I
it.
think I could
I
have
like
done
how
without
he-
all the color, like the blue eye.
Oh, I like that a lot. I like the mustache hiding his mouth. I just like Pokemon with
It's-
no visible mouth
You
again.
you like the Jamie Heineman archetype.
I do like that. I just think it's cool. It looks cool. I like the mask type thing. I guess the body type beyond his face and tusks is a little weird if you look at it. Like there's something weirdly gorilla-like about him,
Yeah.
which I guess I never noticed before. But yeah, I like ground types. I like ice ground as a type combination as well. I think this guy looks intimidating. He's massive, which is great. This is also a 5 out of 5 for me.
I think I'm only giving it a 2. I've never really liked this one.
Damn.
I'll go 3.
All right, Porygon Z.
Porygon Z.
I just don't understand Porygon.
This one, I like this one. I like how fucking weird it is.
Yeah, I guess it's...
Especially because, like,
Pretty
the lore of it is that they were trying to upgrade Porygon 2 and they, like, fucked up, so now it's just, like, glitching out.
Yeah.
It just moves
Yeah,
all
that's
weird and
true.
Shit, so
I guess I'd like it the most out of the Porygons.
I think this is probably a good representation of, like, what futuristic sci-fi was like in the 2000s. Where we just thought everything was just going to be, like, fucking crazy and weird. And everything has disjointed parts because, I don't know. We thought everything would connect with, like, radio signals or something.
It's like Rayman.
Yeah. I think I'm going to give this a 4. I like it.
I guess within the context of Porygon existing anyway, I think this is a fun little diversion, having him like bug out. But I just don't like the artificial or digital Pokemon angle. I think that's just a little weird for me.
It is something they could have done more with.
I'll give him
It kind of exists in a weird paradox where, like, if you want to upgrade Porygon, you have to do something for the anime, and you can't do that because the Porygon anime killed people.
It's true.
Oh right.
I guess I'll give this guy a 3.
I kind of like
guess
it. He's gotta look like glass blowing, like glass art. He looks
yeah,
handmade. Instead
Very
of
shiny.
It doesn't look digital. He looks like artisanal, handmade. Still, just strange. Yeah, 2.
Dang. Alright.
I don't like him.
Gallade.
What the hell?
Male
What the hell?
Gardevoir.
Yeah.
What?
Even though Gardevoir can also be male.
Yeah.
What the hell, Yante?
I never understood why they made this. It's
Same.
bad. I hate the round waist thing. I never understood that.
Yeah.
Its arms
Yeah.
are just stupid and impractical. It looks like this thing shouldn't be alive.
I think this would have made more sense if they made Curlia a first stage and Gardevoir a second stage and then paired them with Gallade and Ralts as like a male version.
I'm really glad.
But then
they
to
didn't
make
do
this...
that.
Yeah, but making this just after the fact just feels a little weird. Like just going back to that evolution line and giving it a second evolution or like a second, third stage evolution. I don't mind the look. I just don't know why it exists.
To protect his queen. His lady.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
guess they
so.
wanted to make
Against
I
all
guess
the
it's a
horny
look at night.
posters.
It does have like a knight helmet shape.
Right.
It, so
True.
That is cool about it.
They made him for a little something for the ladies, you know.
That's right.
I think he's kind of cool. I think psychic fighting is also a cool time.
That is cool.
I'll give it a 3.
I don't
But
like
no,
the way-
the pod belly absolutely ruins it.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does he have that?
I'll say 2.
2.
I'll be lenient for it with a 3.
Mega Gallade.
Ooh, look at this guy.
He turns into Wally and he gets a dual disc.
What?
It's a dual disc.
I am missing
He's got the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual discs.
Oh!
Oh.
Jesus. I guess, yeah, that is what that is, isn't it? I kind of like him. I don't think he's necessarily a huge improvement for Gallade, but if you're gonna make him Mega Gallade, I guess this is what he should look like.
Honestly, I do
Yeah.
like this. I think this is a huge improvement. I like its cape.
I think
I like
this
that
is
it's
just
all
what the
white.
normal one should have looked like.
Yeah,
it
I
shouldn't
agree.
even be a mega.
I guess I can see that. I don't mind. I think they both have
Still got
very
this
place.
stupid belly, but
Yeah.
I guess it's less noticeable because there's more other stuff going on in
Yeah.
his body.
Yeah.
3?
I'll give him a slight bump, but still a 3.
I'll say 4.
But he's better.
He's a lot better.
Prop hop ass.
I like this guy.
What the fuck?
Is the evolution of Nose Pass.
What's the stuff under his nose?
It's
It's magnetic dust,
yeah.
and it makes it look like a mustache. I think Nosepass is fun, like a nose Easter Island Pokemon that is a magnet that where the nose points to the north like a compass, and then Probopass being the evolution from it having like magnetic dust under his nose to make a mustache is also funny. I just think that's a good idea.
He's funny, but the eyes ruin it.
I kind of like the eyes.
The eyes do ruin it, yeah. Like, I feel like that takes the joke too far. It's like googly eyes.
I guess I think they could have been better. Yeah, and they're better on those.
Could have had the
but I
same
don't
closed
mind them.
eyes and would have been much better.
You know, I'm
guess so,
gonna be
yeah.
real with you, fam. I've never liked this guy. I always thought this guy looked too ridiculous and stupid. And
I think-
I
I
never
think
really
this guy
understood why
kinda
Nosepass
sucks.
evolved in the first place. I think that, like, this is perfect. This is a great design, and then this is
That's
just like,
peak
what are we
performance.
doing here? You know, people
This
like
guy
I
sucks,
guess.
actually.
people get mad at Pokemon because they made like Alolan Executor or something. They're like, "Oh, Pokemon's too stupid now," and it's like, bro, Probopass in 2007.
I guess I like the idea of it. I think like the thought of using the magnetic dust to create a mustache
Yeah.
for Nosepass is
Yeah.
funny. But I guess I agree they took it too far to make him goofy, and they kind of had that one idea and then they just overcooked it and tried to be too silly with it. But I still appreciate the joke of it getting a mustache enough to give this
Is
a
it-
3.
Is it supposed to invoke some kind of like Arabian seal, like the turban and the mustache?
It does
I
look-
A
don't,
little bit.
I don't know if that's really what they were going for.
That's what I'm getting. Like the hat
guess there
is
is-
very silly.
Yeah, he does look like he would be in like a North African market.
Manning a stall somewhere.
Like selling you carpets.
Carpet salesman.
They're definitely not
Pokemon.
things that would get you in trouble.
In 2007.
In
It's fine.
2007, yeah. I'm going 2 out of 5 on Probopass.
I'd
like it.
probably.
I appreciate the joke enough with like just to give it a 3.
Dusknoir.
Dusknoir. The evolution of Dusclops, which I think is an improvement. Dusclops. Let's go back. Yeah,
I don't
see,
like how it just
like this guy sucks. We loved Duskull. I think all of us gave Duskull a 5. and said it was
Duskull is-
fucking
Duskull is
amazing.
perfect.
And then this guy
Dusclops.
is just like
just
it's
kinda-
just like a fat coffin walking around, and it looks stupid.
Yeah.
This guy goes
Yeah.
back to looking like an awesome specter. Like this
It's true.
guy, this
I
guy
just-
is
there's-
freaky and fucking weird, and yeah.
I just don't like how it's wearing the Fire Force firefighter jacket. Like if you look at the characters in Fire Force, they wear the exact same
True.
jacket as
Like
him.
with the reflex stripes on it. Fire Force back shots.
Fire Force Maki.
Like if you look at
I mean, you know what? I don't see it. I'm not with you
Okay.
on this.
I did see it until you googled a picture of it.
yeah, I guess. I mean, if you see the picture with the sleeves, it's slightly more. But yeah, I guess
It's more like the
less
Charlie
that than I
Brown
thought.
shirt with this zigzag.
No. Kind of, but I mean, completely different colors.
But still,
it's a
it still
face,
kind of looks
so.
like it's. It looks like it's wearing sleeves. I don't like the face on the stomach. I think it's too on the nose.
That's awesome.
I
love that I don't know
and
what
I
this
don't-
even is. Like, what's the gold stuff? I don't know.
Like, is
And I
that the
don't-
face or is it the big one at the top?
No, that's the one.
and I
at the
don't really
top.
know. I don't really
Right.
know what's going on with the head.
Oh,
But I don't know if I dislike it. But I kind of.
it also it's literally a face because it opens up. Look at that.
I don't know.
It's
I
like
feel,
it's like Oogie Boogie.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I think this guy's kind of a mess.
Yeah, he is a bit all over the place.
All right, what would you?
It's like a
guys rate
bit
it?
too much going on here.
I just don't like the arms.
Probably a 2.
The arms are kind of disappointing, I guess. I'll give you that. It should have just had
He's
floating
better-
hands.
He's better
Yeah.
than Dustclops, but it's
Yeah.
not much. It's like
I think
I'd
if it-
probably
if
give
it
this
had,
guy a
like-
2.
If it had like big floating hands like Bongo Bongo from Ocarina of Time,
Oh yeah.
that would have been a lot better actually. Like this guy does have Bongo Bongo vibes. I'll give him a 3. I think
like
he's okay.
Hunter. Yeah.
4. I'll say 4. You at least talked me out of giving it a 5. Because I was gonna do that at first.
I'll do it 2. I think it's just a mess. Way too much going on.
Frostlass.
Frostlass.
The actually
Frostless.
good evolution of Snowrunt.
Why is
Yeah.
she looking at me like that?
Yeah, this is like she has
This is-
she's like
this
the
is like
female
the
version of Floatzel.
the shy innkeeper. The
Well,
kimono,
that
like,
actually
oh, no.
is kind of the point. Like, it's a lost.
I know.
Yeah, it's like a-
yeah.
It's like a lost.
a
mountain
Yukiona.
lady. Yeah, Yukiona.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Looking at you all like I don't know,
Flirtatious.
not worried, but like
Sexual.
a little bit.
Like she's trying to intrigue you and lure you in.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Glalie
Bash-
didn't need to.
bashful.
Glalie was a
That's
mistake.
she's bashful.
Like, Glalie
It
was a
doesn't
complete
look like
mistake.
Snorunt though, but it is a way better Pokemon than Glalie. But it's still a weird evolution for Snorunt.
It doesn't look like Snowrunt, but conceptually it follows the same Snow Traveler lore, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yukiona is a great Japanese like mythological thing. I
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah,
And an
like
exciting
this
one.
one.
And a very, very attractive Inspector character.
Also also a very good little arc in Monster Musume. so
Would you
that's pretty
capture
cool.
Frostlass for $1 trillion?
Caught a little Pokemon.
I
Batman.
do it for free. Yeah, this is a good design. As a Ghost Ice type, this is great.
Ghost Ice 2. Yeah, that's great. 5.
Yeah, 5.
5. I'm glad. Okay, I thought you guys were complaining earlier, so I'm glad you're.
Next up is the Pokedex.
Rotom.
No.
It
Is
is
this
actually-
not the one that becomes the Pokedex?
Yeah.
Yes.
It
Well, it
lives
doesn't become
inside.
it, but it,
lives
like,
inside of
possesses it.
machines. That's the thing.
Did you know that its name backwards is Motor?
Yes.
No way.
This was
Yes, I
also
know.
Shit.
this was also highly debated to be a legendary Pokemon for like 10 years. Because in the
Rotom.
game, for some reason, it plays the same OST as the Dialga and Palkia battles. Oh, not Dialga and Palkia. Heatran.
It's Scrotum.
Scrotum with lips.
Oh yeah, we
inside
should
your
probably
balls.
also rate all of them.
Bad. Oh my god.
All right, so
It's
regular Rotom is fine.
It's a
It's,
guy. It's a
it's-
buddy.
It's like a good base for what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, it can.
Except it doesn't do that until Gen 5, I think.
Yeah, I like that. It's just like an electrified ghost, basically. It's
Yeah,
a simple
I
design.
like him. I think base is a 4.
4. Yeah.
I can agree with that. I think the rest all look fucking sick. It just becomes household items.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
great.
So now it's a microwave. Rotom Heat is a microwave with oven mitts.
Does it become an air fryer?
It does look more like an air
Yeah,
fryer.
clearly, you do not. Clearly, you own an air fryer. Aged well if it's an air fryer, actually.
Yeah, it does look like an air fryer.
It really does.
Yeah, it's good. Just the entire set, I think. Well, maybe not the entire set, but the idea of it is always a 5.
Rotom Wash.
This guy is a little shitter in the... Like, he's so powerful in the competitive game.
Yeah.
Like, one of the best Pokemon.
They're all
of
really good
time.
competitively.
Specifically the wash one.
Yeah.
Yes,
because
because water electric
is.
is...
Electric water. Great.
It only has one weakness because it has levitate, so it isn't even weak to ground.
Yeah.
Lol.
Are we giving ratings to all of these? I mean, they're basically all 4s or 5s.
Yeah.
I think I like the fridge and the lawnmower the least.
Oh,
I'll give those 4.
I love Rotom Mow.
Oh,
I guess,
this one's
I do
awesome.
like the lawnmower. Yeah, I remember it looking different. But I like the face. I guess I had a different.
Like that is the face of a Rotom gone mad with power.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
he realized he possessed something actually dangerous and he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, I
Just
guess
so
I like the
excited
fridge
to
the
mow the
least.
lawn.
The fan's cute.
Yeah.
The fan is cute, but it's definitely the worst.
It's the worst until you actually see it in the game where it's just flexing these things. Like, it literally looks like muscles flexing, and it just keeps... Well, I might as well just pull it up. No, not this. It's the... Fuck.
I guess you
How
should
do I
animate.
use computer? All tools.
I think it.
Where's... Oh,
Isn't
Just
it
look for
incredible?
anime. Just look up animated sprite, right?
We've had
That works too.
animated. Now that looks like something straight out of like Undertale.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
does.
this is an Undertale monster. Yeah, they're all cool.
I think the washing machine and the air fryer.
I think the
are
frost one's probably the most uninspired.
Yeah.
It's just
Like-
a fridge.
I like that it looks worried. Like why?
It's sad.
It's like the sad one. Why is this one sad?
I'll give them all 5s except for the fridge. The fridge is a 4.
I'll give like the washer and the air fryer 5. The rest are getting 4s.
Oh, I wanna
Like
see
why?
if they made
Why
it
is
up.
it so displeased to be a fridge?
I don't know.
Would you like to be one?
I think I'd like to be one more than I'd like to be a desk fan.
What the fuck? It opens?
That feels sexual.
It's a fridge.
I guess.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that either. Why is it so hard to get fucking GIFs on Google now? Alright, whatever. Yeah, Rotom's great. Really cool Pokemon. Now we're in the many legendaries, starting with Yuxi.
It's got a bike helmet.
I don't think that's what it looks like.
That's a
the bike
bicycle
safety
helmet.
Pokemon.
One.
With weed
No.
tail.
And you know what?
Adidas weed tails.
Here's the thing. Of all the 3 in this stage, this one has the most defense. This is the
I do
defense
like this
one.
one the most. While we're at it,
I think-
I like this one the most by quite a lot.
Just having a psychic type with a closed face is always a winner. So, and also
Yeah,
it's
I like how
yellow,
it's
so
sleeping.
that's good.
I like the colors. I like the tails, which I guess they all have. But
Yeah,
I think this just looks great. I'll give this a 4.
I'm giving it a 5.
I think this guy's boring.
You're bored.
Really?
Oh, wait till you see the other
Yeah.
ones.
So
I
3.
think this is like a good Mew clone, actually.
Yeah,
I'll do 3.
This guy sucks.
for a long time thought this was Me Spirit.
Me Spirit.
Miss Spree.
Just don't like the eyes. I don't like the hair. I don't like the vibe.
Yeah, I like that Yuxi looked like it was like a helmet. And this is
Also, these are like the gods of like mental things. They're like knowledge, emotion, and
Yeah.
thought or something,
Uh,
or memory.
willpower, I think it was. Yeah,
Oh, willpower. I see. I like Mesprit by far the least out of these.
yeah. Mespirit's bad. 2 out of 5.
Yeah,
I'll say
2.
2. Yeah.
As
Ass
Elf
Elf.
is fine because I like how sharp this one looks. So I'll
Yeah,
give
it's like
this
a decent middle.
I'll say 4.
I think
Also-
Not gonna lie, I think these three all kind of fucking suck.
I kind of like them. I like how Uxie is so asleep and his elf is incredibly awake. Like this guy
The
drank
woke
7 cups of
Pokemon.
coffee.
I was being nice with Uxie. I think they're all 2s for me.
No, it's 4, 2, and 3 for me.
No way. Oh,
Fi-
these are lame.
Five,
These are lame as hell.
5, 2, 4 is what I'll go with. Dialga.
Oh, this is a boy. 17 feet.
No, this is a boy. Yeah, this is legendary.
Now look at this lad.
Yeah, they always.
This is the
they
guy that
always make
controls
sure-
time.
I think all of the mascot legendaries are just gigantic.
I think we were shocked that Groudon wasn't actually very tall.
Yeah, Groudon wasn't even that big, I think.
was-
He was
I
like,
think it was like
8,
7 feet.
8 or something.
7 or 9 or something.
Yeah.
11
Oh, it's
feet.
11. Okay.
11. That's
What were we
fine.
talking about? This guy being small.
T-
And Primal
Maybe we-
16.
Yeah, the Primal's way bigger.
I guess, no, I think Kyogre was just way bigger. That was the thing. Like, Kyogre was like 19 and Groudon was like 11.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
if
okay.
Okay.
Kyogre's 14 feet. And 32
32.
feet. Jesus.
30.
Yeah, that's the thing. We went
Man,
from this.
what a
this-
boy.
We went from this being 32 to Groudon being 11. And I think that's why Groudon seemed small.
Okay, that's fair. Anyway,
Um,
Dialga.
I think Dialga's fine.
Yeah, I like how angular it is, and of course the colors are cool
Yeah.
because blue and silver.
I think it's slightly over-designed, but not
Yes.
offensively so.
I was thinking over-designed.
I don't think it's
super love it.
I don't think it's over designed. I think it's fine. Plus, I mean, if you're gonna over design any Pokemon, it might as well be the big, gigantic legendary that's on the bottom.
I
Like
guess so.
it has to be the big gods. It's
I
like-
guess so. I kind of like how it's a weird giraffe thing, but then has a weirdly long head.
Kind of, yeah.
Um,
I'm fine with that.
And you have like
I-
the legendaries from like Gen 1. They weren't like big armored dinosaurs. They're like
No, they were just-
Articuno, like
they were
just a big
birds.
beautiful bird.
I think this is one of the weaker set of box legendaries.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
But I
Uh,
like Dialga enough, so I'll give it a 4.
Sure. I'll give it a 3.
3.
And then the Origin 4.
These suck.
What the hell?
This was bad. This is
Yeah,
really
these are
bad.
really bad.
What the helly?
This is a 1.
It's like armored, and it's also got like Arceus spikes, but yeah, it's bad.
And it also has a weird lump in its throat.
Yeah,
Which is weird.
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like arms should be attached to that, but there aren't.
Honestly, 1. Yeah.
Yeah, 1.
This sucks.
This is definitely over-designed.
Palkia.
Palkia, I like Palkia slightly better than the Dialga.
I don't like Palkia at all.
Not gonna sugarcoat it. That's a dick. You look at the
I like-
shoulders and then the head, neck, like that together. That's just a penis.
I kind of like his stance. And I like how he has like wings. I was a Palkia kid.
I like the wings and the tail, but I don't like how just. And I actually kind of like the disc shoulders, but I don't like its neck at all. I just don't like how it's
I
just
do like-
hunched over and bent like that.
I kind of
guy-
like the hunch.
I don't like this guy at all.
He's a weird water type, though. I don't know why he's a water type.
Water dragon.
I don't
I
know.
don't like the 3 stripes on his crotch.
Like
going-
this guy should
to
have
the
been
tail.
psychic jet dragon, I think.
Honestly, like you say that Dialga's over-designed. I think Palkia is really over-designed because Dialga to me just looks like a thing with armor on it. Palkia has so many different shapes and things going on. Like it has very sharp-looking legs, but the rest of its body is round. It's got these things on its forearms.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
just
both
like-
can be true. This guy's just also over-designed.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's just. I like him slightly more, but I don't love him.
I like him less.
He's still a 3 for me.
This is a 2.
2. And then
Is there a
He-
mega?
Yeah,
Oh,
we still
yeah,
have the
yeah,
origin
sorry,
or the
origin.
whatever form.
Maybe that's better.
Nope.
What the fuck?
I like it.
It's a centaur.
I like it
Much
better
like
than
the other
Dialga
one-
because at
I
least
don't. They both have things where it looks like arms should be, but there are no arms. Like this guy has
Yes.
shoulders but no arms.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
I just like.
And the other guy has like something in its neck and no arms.
At least the 4 legs, I guess, look more like arms with.
Like, why doesn't this guy have like a lance and a shield? That would be great.
I at least
I just don't.
I at least kind of see something communicated with here with like the centaur design. The thing with Origin
Right.
Dialga is just I just have no idea what the fuck I'm looking at. Like, what is it supposed to be? I don't even know where to begin with this guy. But at least with this one, it's like, okay, I still don't like it, but I at least get it.
I think this is way over designed. Like, it's got the little rings around the body. It's got like weirdly elegant tail, the weird armless, and then the armor that it's wearing.
It's
I
like
don't like
it's like a
this at all.
Pegasus Knight.
I guess
So
I just
it-
don't like
it's-
that vibe for Palkia. It's
I mean, sure.
Palkia
that's
doesn't
fair.
even look like that. It's just too different for me.
It is a Pegasus Knight, but without
Arms.
like without arms. Why doesn't it have arms? Why don't none of them have arms?
Oh.
I don't even know what the idea behind the origin forms is. I don't think I played enough
And I don't think
the
I
remakes. It's a 1.
At
It's a
best, the
1.
most I can say is they wanted to connect them to Arceus a little bit better, which is why they have the rings around their bodies.
I guess that makes sense. It's a 1 though. This version.
I'm giving this a 2. It's better than it's salvageable, at least in my opinion.
I'll stay with 2. Heatran.
Heatran.
I think his region's okay.
This guy kind of is not good.
This is extremely hideous and ugly and terrible and bad, and it sucks.
The body shape and the way it morphs into the head is really weird.
It's just no. I don't even know why it's a legendary. Get it out of here. 1.
Is this a legendary?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
This is bad. This is a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I like him a little less.
Rare
The more I look at him.
Regigigas.
I'll go
Reggie.
2 though.
Big Reggie.
I like this guy.
This guy fucks.
He's cool, yeah.
This is like an ancient titan waking up, and the ability definitely helps
There's a
with that
Be
vibe.
so
Really?
be so funny if you said that and then he's like 4'7". But no, he's like 11, I think.
This
It's
art of him. Look at him. He's pulling
He's
Earth,
just carrying.
That's cool.
Damn.
carrying the entire world on his back.
Yeah, this guy also has a fun ability in game where he has insane stats, but he takes like 4 turns to actually wake up and use those stats properly, and he just has half stats before then. It makes him
This guy's-
terrible, but it is an interesting idea and adds to the vibe.
This guy's sick.
I like that he's kind of got like braille on his body. I think that's what these black bar things are supposed to be like. It's like the braille combined and
Yep.
then made these things. And I at least I don't know if I'm. I don't think what I just said makes sense, but I get.
Kind of
what
looks
you're
like
saying.
those like little lock boxes that you turn and
True.
Yeah,
Or like a maze or something.
yeah.
yeah,
I like
That's
this
a
guy. I
this
think
guy's
he's
a
cool.
5.
yeah. He's cool.
Yeah, I never really noticed that I like him so much, but looking at him, I can't really fault it. I'll say 5.
Yeah, 5. Cool dude. Satan.
Oh,
It's
the-
Satan.
It's the devil.
That's right.
This guy's like a little much, isn't he?
I kind of like him.
It's like he could have done with one set of legs less.
Oh
I think.
yeah. Okay, so
I kind of like the legs.
I was looking at the other screen, and so now looking at him again, yeah, I forgot how much I hate the legs.
I like
they're a bit too fat to be that close together.
I kind of like the 6 legs. I think it's kind of fun. But I do agree they're a bit cramped. It does look uncomfortable. But I don't know if he'd look better with the middle set removed. I don't know.
Honestly, the
I don't like
only I think the only thing I like about Giratina is just the Reaper wings. Like those
I
are
like the
those
wings
are
and I like-
insanely fucking sick. Nothing else about this guy is cool.
I like the
And-
colors. I like the face.
Look, the wings are weird to me because like the wings themselves are like ghostly and tattered, but then there's also just like these not tattered or ghostly spikes on them.
Yeah. It's
It's like,
just-
what are
Nice
they?
too.
How do they attach?
I don't know.
I don't mind Giratina. I think Giratina is pretty cool. I'll give him a 4.
The thing is, this is the distortion world thing, so it distorts time and space. So I think it's maybe one of those things that it just doesn't entirely make sense, and that's the point.
Sure. I'll give this guy 4.
This
This guy is a god but inverse and blah 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 blah. Like,
I'll
just the
say
devil.
I'll say 2 because I like Origin form a lot better.
I like it less.
Okay.
Hmm.
I like that.
I
Now
don't
it's
know how I
flying,
feel
so
about this.
the worst part of it is now gone. The shitty legs are gone. Now it's a flying snake, and it's got the crazy Reaper wings again, but in a cool, different way. Like, yeah,
I know,
this I can get behind.
I think I like the dinosaur one better.
Yeah, I like big, beefy, thick-legged boys. Don't put that out
Okay.
of context.
Clip that.
Yeah.
Don't clip that. Yeah, I don't know. I like Bastiodon for similar reasons as why I like the base form of Giratina.
You're telling me this is the devil and he doesn't even have max attack? Like, the fuck kind of devil is that?
He's strong though.
A shit ass devil.
Okay, that's not
Like, maybe I don't know enough
just
about
the base stats panic.
Maybe I don't know enough about Pokemon, but I feel like middling base stats across the board.
It's not
good.
middling.
This is not middling. So this scale that they're using is very not accurate. I mean, like, it's accurate,
Yeah.
but it doesn't give a lot of high scores. Like, there's almost no 8 out of 10 on this scale that we've seen. Here.
It's like the highest it could basically be. I think maybe like for Blissey it fills up the HP step, but that's because Blissey has like a 250 HP step, which is way disproportionate to anything
These
else.
are all of its stats, which is a 680 total, which is a lot. The highest in the game is Arceus with 720. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
its stats are really good.
Like a really
Why do
like,
they present it in such a way then? It
Like
looks
like
I
a-
don't fucking
like
know,
an-
man.
like a really average non-legendary full evolved Pokemon would have like an 80 and everything.
And what does an 80 look like on the Pokédex scale? Is that like 4 bars?
Probably.
I guess like a little lower than whatever the lowest one for Giratina is. So yeah, like 5 bars.
Okay. See, it looks very unimpressive when they present it like that.
Yeah, that's just
Like,
'cause
almost everything is middle and below. But apparently
like-
it's just like the best ever.
like any single stat could go up to like 250 or something to if you take the highest one.
That's probably
most
what,
of them-
that's
has
probably
that.
what it is. It's just a max. It's just a percentage of the absolute maximum.
Yeah, but most of
So
them are gonna
Very,
be like
very
around
few things
80.
ever even get close to.
Does anything have maximum anything?
Blissey has maximum.
Blissey
HP.
has 255.
Oh, that's the one we did look at. Yeah.
It's just a big meat shield.
And
This guy is
I think
that
Shuckle
single-handedly
probably
ruined my. Blissey is like single-handedly the reason why I don't play singles Pokemon.
Whoa, my god.
See, 9 out of 10, and this is base 230 for both of them. When the maximum is 255 for any value. So this scale sucks ass and is a really bad visual representation of how stats actually work.
In the game, Blissey just has the highest HP stat of anything, and then also gets the most annoying healing and stall moves, where it's just basically a damage check. And if your build team can't pass it, you just instantly lose because you just cannot damage it. And that's why I don't play singles Pokemon anymore, because I'm not good enough at team building to test that.
Play random battles, that's a lot of fun. That's what I do.
I only play doubles now.
So what, I'm giving Origin Giratina a 4.
I'll say 3. I think
I'll
it's still
give-
good.
I don't know. I'll give both of them a 4. I like the other one better though.
Oh, by the way, this form is what they used for a platinum version, whereas Diamond and Pearl is it just looks like the other one. Just wanted to point that out. Cresselia.
I hate this.
Yeah,
That
I
sucks.
don't mind it.
I don't know. I don't know what they were going for here.
I kind of like it. I kind of like how otherworldly it looks.
I hate the mermaid bra it has. Why?
Oh, I thought those were like little hands that it's clasping to his chest.
Maybe is, but that's also what it looks like. I hate
Doesn't
It
look
does
like
have
that.
these.
I hate that
It
it's
does have
wearing
the same
bananas
bra.
as earrings.
It's not. It's just a crescent-shaped head, like a moon.
Seahorse with bananas and bra.
Seahorse with bananas. That's Cresselia. The only thing I
I
really
don't
like
see
about
it.
it is that it's floating and that it has the lunar rings. I think that's cool.
I like Cresselia. I think Cresselia does pretty good.
I think that sucks. This is
I like how
Yeah, this is
I like how it looks like an outer space moon creature from the moon.
I
like-
guess, but there are other Pokemon that do that better.
I guess. I don't know. I like Cresselia. I'll give it a 4.
Fione. Don't know why this exists when Manaphy exists.
Nope. Like Manaphy didn't even really need to exist. Why did it need to have a baby evolution? Just no fucking reason. This is a 2.
I mean, 3 because it doesn't look bad or anything. It's just pointless. And then Manaphy.
Manaphy, also pointless. I don't understand why.
Honestly, I
What-
think this is another trend that they want to continue, where every generation has to have some kind of elf-like legendary. Because
Yeah,
we had
like
Jirachi and Celebi before this.
Like a Fey type creature, but I just don't like that genre of Pokemon. I do like Jirachi, I guess, but I don't like the fact that we are forcing them into every game. This is also a 2.
I'm honestly going
I
to say
don't-
4. I don't mind it.
Are these legendaries?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. They had a movie.
They get a Y out of 5. It's like
I honestly think that's the only reason, because every generation every year they make a Pokemon movie, and so the movie's always about some legendary Pokemon. So
True.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
this
sure
this
that's all
this is the
is.
this is the generation where they start going from like 5 legendary Pokemon to like 11
Yeah.
each generation.
yeah, true.
Darkrai 5.
What the hell?
So fucking edgy.
It's
That's like
unbelievably edgy.
Honestly,
Um,
the lower jaw thing it has should have just been like a scarf or like a.
I'm pretty sure that's
Cloak.
what it is.
Yeah, I never saw it as a jaw.
That looks like a jaw. Yeah, that's like a weird like bottom jaw.
I think it's just a scarf. It looks way more like a scarf to me.
It's like it wouldn't be that consistently pointy up if it
It's-
wasn't that jaw. Like a neck
I
guard
don't
thing.
think it's a, it looks more just looks like a collar to me.
Look at that guy.
Because if it was like a float, like a
Oh, there it
cloth cloak thing, it would look a lot like Artorias from Dark Souls, and that guy's like peak design.
I don't know. I don't see it as a jaw.
It's teeth. It's literally like pointy teeth up.
It has a red spiky growth around its neck. So
Okay, great.
it's-
Yeah, like some color.
It is a cloak. It's not like its body or anything. Well, it is its body. but
Like
it's not
a like a
mouth.
collar of some sort.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll go 5. Like it gives Artorias vibes. I love
think-
Artorias.
It's edgy, but if you need a Pokemon that's like the personification of darkness, then yeah, it's gonna be this guy.
Did somebody
Oh.
mention the door to darkness?
That's right.
I'm giving him a 4.
Shaman.
Again, why do we
Hedgehog.
need these like mythical single stage fairy type creatures?
Is this a legendary?
Yes.
Yes.
It then
This-
becomes this.
They have to stop. They can't just make
Yes.
any fucking thing and call it a legend. That's just a
Yes,
hedgehog.
I agree. It's like legendary. Why do we need filler legendary types?
You know what? Like
It's like-
if this was just a regular common Pokemon, then this would probably be perfect. But
This
yeah.
could be a grass starter.
Yeah.
It's like this is nothing. This is
Yeah,
so
if this-
nothing.
If this was a regular Pokemon, even a grass starter, I would quite like it. But as like filler legendary mythicals that you can't even really get in the game, except for like weird like mystery gift on like
And that-
online events.
That's just Fennekin but grass. Fernikin.
Furnikin.
It doesn't look like Fennekin.
Oh my god. Wow, I never thought about this.
Oh my
Alright,
god.
Well, Skyform Shaman is a 5. It's now my favorite Pokemon.
New identity
don't even-
unlocked.
I don't even think it looks like Fennekin.
It's got the same like shitty
No,
face.
it doesn't, but I see why he's saying.
Yeah,
at
it's
least.
like the eye. I think it's the eye and the snout. It's like
It's the
it's
eye
got
and the
kinda-
it's the eye and the wings. It's got
Yeah, right.
like
I
big ass
guess.
fucking ears.
Yeah, this
I think this.
the normal shaman can fuck off. And,
I don't like the sky form. I at least like the normal form more, even if it makes no sense as a legendary.
Like I like it. It has like the leaves on its neck that makes it looks like it's like a neckerchief thing.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a very
Um,
dapper Pokemon.
I don't think this needs to exist, especially not as a legendary. But I'll give both forms.
Like
I'll
this,
give the.
this one
Like-
could easily exist as like a normal Pokemon, but the land form can fuck off. Get in the sea. It's like
I don't know. I give the base form a 3, which would have been a 4 if it wasn't so weird as a legendary, and this is a 2 for me.
this is a 1.
I want to give land form a 4 and sky form a 3.
You think the land form is better?
Yeah,
I think the land form is better.
I think it's a good design.
I think it should get in the bin.
I
This
mean,
thing
like, look,
sucks.
I agree. It probably shouldn't have been a legendary, but I'm not gonna judge it based on that too hard.
Yeah, it's not a legendary. Or really,
No.
in terms of design.
And the most
God.
legendary of all is God.
Acreus.
I like Arceus.
It's-
I always thought this was good. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah, it
really
looks-
love him.
It looks imposing, it looks alien and ancient at the same time, but futuristic as well.
Yeah.
It does hit those vibes of something beyond like normal Pokemon, I guess.
Yeah.
Emerged from an egg and shaped all there is in this world. Then where
Like,
did the egg come from? Huh?
I don't
Check
love the
me,
idea of there
atheists.
being like a canonical god,
Checkmate
Pokemon,
Archeists.
but Arceus does look good.
I don't love it's kind of got now I see why they do the thing like Origin the other ones because this one has that going too like
That's what I was
Centaur
saying,
with no
yeah.
arms.
Yeah.
I hate that kind of
But
little
no,
bit.
this one doesn't really look like a centaur. It just looks like a deer.
Yeah. It just
Kind of
looks like, it just
does like
looks a
it
horse
still
to me.
has it's kind of still has like shoulders but smaller shoulders with no arms.
I don't
Nah.
know if
I
I
see-
see.
I don't really.
I see it.
It
I
actually,
see it.
it actually has the side. It has the neck spikes that Giratina has. I just now noticed this. Or
Huh.
maybe
I-
Origin.
kinda.
I guess kind of.
Uh,
Yeah,
I thought
kind
that
of.
was different.
A little bit.
I'm
On
really
Giratina, it
confused.
looks like it comes around the bag and like clasps on.
Clasps on your face.
Oh. Yeah, I kind of dislike Arceus the same way the origins of the others.
Dang.
I
But
like
less
it.
so.
I think it's.
God.
I think it's.
I do.
I think if you're gonna make a god Pokemon, I think Arceus. I have no issue with how Arceus
Yeah.
represents that.
I think this is
I just don't know if
as good as you can make.
Why do
I
they
just-
always have to be horses?
I don't know.
I don't know. It makes them look imposing. I kind of like how animal-like it looks. Like if they were making a god Pokemon, they could have made it like some Alakazam type thing,
hmm
like humanoid. But I like how beast-like it is.
Yeah, they could have made something
I just-
weird and abstract, but they didn't.
Yeah,
Well, they made a
Um,
horse.
They made.
I'll give it a
horse.
4.
I'll give it a 5. I've always liked it,
I'll do 4. I guess.
and that's it.
3.
That's,
High
the,
3.
that's the last.
Isn't there's still Victini?
No,
We did a whole gen
No.
in a single episode.
Or
Victini's a Gen
Wow.
5
Victini-
Pokemon.
Is it really?
Yep.
That's so weird. So the first Pokemon in the Gen 5 Dex isn't a starter.
Technically, because in Black and White 1, it's Pokemon number 0 in the dex.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we are on that.
And
All right.
for what it's worth, it was in a movie, and that movie was in between Gen 4 and 5 anime.
I see.
So,
I will say,
Why?
Gen 4, going through it like this, I liked a lot of it, actually. A lot more than I remember.
a little bit. I mean, I do think it has some of the absolute worst designs. Like, that's the thing. Like, the bad designs are really, really bad in this one.
I feel like Gen 2 has worse bad designs, or Gen 1. Like Mr. Mime and Hypno are worse than anything Gen 4 puts out.
I guess I'm more willing to forgive a bad design in Gen 1 than I am in Gen 4. Like by this point,
That's fair.
By this point they should know what's good and what isn't. At least.
Oh, how
ideas
quickly
wise.
we forget the shitty new plant that eats James, whatever its name was.
Carnivine.
Exactly.
Carnivine.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I agree. By this point, they should not be making anything that looks like Licky Licky or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Gen 4 is good. The Dex is good. Games are terrible.
I also don't think it has a lot of designs that I just outright love this game. This one. It does have bangers,
Okay.
but not a lot of total home runs for me.
Sure, I can see that.
So yeah, we will get into Gen 5 next time, which is my favorite gen personally, although I don't know if that's the case for the actual Pokemon designs. It's been a while since I've actually looked at them, so...
Gen 5 or what games?
Black and white.
That's
that black and white?
Yeah. I think Gen 5 and 6 always sort of merge in my head. I keep forgetting which ones are which.
That's definitely going to be at least 2 streams, maybe even 3, because there's 156 Pokemon in Gen 5.
Oh
It's
my
the biggest
God.
one, right?
Yeah.
This one was tiny, actually. It was like 100.
109.
I think Gen
107.
And, like, and 50 of them were legendaries. Filler legendaries.
That's right. 50 of them were.
I think Gen
forms
5
of
's fair.
Shaman.
I think Gen 5 is very hit or miss for me. I guess kind of how you feel about Gen 4.
It
but we'll get to
was-
that.
It was a really, really controversial time back then. People hated the designs of Gen 5. Gen 5 became a punching bag for Pokemon fans for a long time. Which is why nowadays people are so willing to stand up for it and say, no, actually they were the best games. And people just hated
I think the
Alright.
games are...
They hated Vanillux. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. We'll get to that. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious about Gen 5. It's a gen I don't think about it as much as like 3 or 4, because they were just at the core of my Pokemon experience, and 7 and onwards feel so recent. 5 and 6 is like a weird middle ground that I kind of always end up forgetting what's actually in there.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know any Gen 5 Pokemon. Well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, you'll probably be surprised. So we'll probably start that next week. There's also, we got a plan on when we're going to do the retrospective episode soon.
Yes.
That's coming up. That was not, because like I keep saying, that's not a one-off for April Fools. The joke is that it's actually real.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right, great.
Good day,
Alright.
sirs, and anybody else listening. We'll be back. So yeah. Bye.